else. It's really hard to beat teams. It's really hard to get on a real roll. They work hard. They're well organized, well coached. They play hard. So yeah, records are so close, even though they might not feel it. There's marginal differences.
You guys got a power play goal. It wasn't in the traditional sense, I guess, last time against Yale. Babachuk was kind of a trailing play kind of situation. But have you liked what you guys have been able to do with a power play recently? The number isn't where you want it to be, of course, after a pretty hot start this year.
Yeah, I mean, really one big difference. We started off hot, and we've been almost trying to light a fire under their arse every single day to just move pucks quicker and attack, and we get mesmerized, and I feel like we've snapped out of it a little bit. Our puck movement, the pace of our puck movement has been significantly better, and not every power play is off script, right? And that's what they need to learn, and we call that Babachuk's goal last week. That's from a scramble. And we've been practicing those, and we've been practicing what do you do from a scramble, and how do you threaten the net and capitalize on a team that was also scrambling. So I think we're getting better on it, and it's quite honestly been the biggest thorn in our side this year. And if we can correct it and continue our good defensive play, I think then good things can happen.
This is not a league game, but it must have that feel, if not a little bit more, with I guess the stakes being different, but still pretty high.
Oh, it feels like a playoff game. I mean, our guys identified the special games, and we've got a few of them right now coming here. This is obviously the Mayor's Cup was a special game, the Freakout was a special game, the Blackout was a special game. Right now we're 0 for 1 on specials. There's a chance to win tonight.
Also a chance to snap a 3-game losing streak, for lack of a better word, last year. Officially, the Union Dutchman took the trophy based on the shootout. Does that kind of grind, especially some of the seniors that have never lifted the Mayor's Cup in their careers?
Well, I read in their comments it's grinded on them. I didn't talk to them about it. I'm not much for using past negatives to try and motivate for today. I know that in a series like this, in a sequence like this, where it's once a year, it's a one-game weekend event, all of a sudden things happen where it is 1, 2, 3 in a row. Truthfully, none of it really matters today. I don't think it draws on anything. The streaks are more indicative of other types of play. But if we can start a streak tonight, I would be really interested.
And what are your thoughts on, the fans coming out? I know RPI, you get fans wherever you guys go, whether it's Princeton, New Jersey, or Boston, or middle of upstate New York. A chance for a lot of folks to maybe who are diehard fans, but also casual fans to watch RPI hockey. What should they look for, listen for in this one?
Well, I think you'll see our team compete. I think we can play in all 3 zones, all situations, and our fans, they're passionate. They bring it every single night, and we love them, and they love us.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thanks.
RPI head coach Dave Smith ahead of tonight's Mayor's Cup game. About 7 minutes from puck drop at the Times Union Center. Teams split their earlier matchups this year, Jeff, and we'll see what comes of this.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your RPI engineers. And your Union College Dutchman.
In front of multiple thousand people here. Good turnout already filling up the lower bowl. And as the teams start to take the ice, here's one man going pretty well. It should be a good contest. Union has coach and everybody else this week. There's a lot of talk leading up to this game. And they know where they're at. Dutchman, they've been hot and cold. Started off really cold this season, going 0-7 as you mentioned. Since January 1st, they're 1-4-1. RPI has fared a little bit better since the new year, 4-2-0. And the records, like I said, they don't matter, and everybody kind of knows that. And the numbers are actually pretty similar in goals for and against. Both these teams getting outscored in all periods. The only difference is
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good evening and welcome to the Times Union Center for tonight's CCAC hockey game between the Union College Dutchmen and your RPI Engineers.
Does have a lot to make up for.
At this time, let's meet the starters for tonight's game. First for Union College, helping welcome Union to the ice tonight is Junior Dutchman Jace Kadowski.
Engineers are being
At
reduced
left wing,
for
a
both
senior from
squads.
Kingston, Ontario, number 13,
Looks like
Zachary Amelafo.
Darian Hansen will get the call. He was in that last year. And
At center, a freshman from Dallas,
Rested all
Texas,
the
number
engineers.
25, Owen Ferris.
was
Think of amazing when you did it on Savory.
At right wing, a junior
in.
from Oakville,
Right.
Ontario, number 27,
Shut out
Josh
for Savory,
Kosak.
although it's usually done this time. Dutchman won in the
On defense, a senior from
one of the
Schaumburg,
things I'll
Illinois,
look for
number
is the
5,
fourth
Bas
line.
Polians.
You mentioned this with your interview with Dave Smith. Rory Herman
On defense,
in the
a
lineup
sophomore
as a
from
left wing on that
Williamsville,
fourth
New York,
line,
number
centered
10,
by
Ryan
Jerry
Sidorski.
Daniel DeGrande. He's played 20 games and he seems to be making
In goal, a
Important
junior from
plays
East Bethel, Minnesota, number
in the games
34,
he's played
Darian
in. He's only
Hansen.
got 3 goals.
And the rest from the Union College Dutchman.
This team in that fourth line.
Union is coached by Rick
Really
Bennett.
get
Associate head coach
a
is
lot of
Jason
time up
Tapper.
front, I'm sure.
Assistant coaches are John Ronan
Still
and
0-0.
Will Mesa.
He shifted quite a bit, so we'll see.
And now let's meet the starting lineup for the RPI
Every time we call
Engineers.
these games,
Helping
Terry,
welcome RPI to the ice tonight. Junior Dutchman,
most
Emma
energy at
Harper.
this particular time. Last year at the time, they both were equal at the field house earlier this year. RPI couldn't really match Union's dynamic side. We actually called the game at Schenectady where we saw RPI just really control most of that game. Got a 3-2 win at it. Engineers announced their starters. Morello, Tur Linden, and Todd Burgess will be starting forwards for the Engineers. Owen Savory, as Perry and Coach mentioned, will get the start. And they'll be backed up by Babichuk and Bill Riley, the captain, who's leading this squad in points. And that's just something quite amazing to have your defenseman leading the offense here. This guy with Chase Zeke with 13 points so far through 23 games. Those two are going to have to be really involved here if the Engineers have a chance, not necessarily on the scoreboard, but physically. Wings the line of Dubinsky and Polino, smaller forwards, but definitely have a lot of speed as we'll pause for the national anthem coming up.
Correction, check direct your attention to the Union home bench and welcome the Union College women's hockey team.
Pause here for the recognition of
Albany
the
Mayor Debbie Sheehan and
women
Troy
who
Mayor
have
Patrick
won
Madden will
their
now
first
present the Mayor's Cup
Mayor's Cup
trophy to Schenectady Mayor Gary
just a
McCarthy
few hours ago
and the
by
winners
score
of this
2-0.
afternoon's Mayor's Cup game, the Union College Dutchwomen.
Women's Mayor's Cup. RPI took that one. They're raising the trophy here and presenting it to the leadership on the bench.
Congratulations
All the
once
players
again
are all
to this year's
showered up
winners of the third annual Women's
received their
Catalyst Mayor
trophy.
Cup,
Well
the
earned.
Union College Dutchwomen. Let's give them a big round of applause. And now, please welcome Rensselaer's Vice President for Information Services and Technology and Chief Information Officer, Mr. John Cole, Union College President David Harris and his daughter Maya Harris. They will be dropping the first puck for tonight's game between Union College Captain Josh Kosak and RPI Captain Will
At center
Riley.
ice,
This will start the 8th annual Capital District Mayor's
Will
Cup
Riley
game.
and Josh Kosak. Eighth. Annual Mayor's Cup.
Thank you, Mr. Cole, President Harris,
Just
and
a few
Maya
moments away.
for getting us started tonight. And now, ladies and
You're
gentlemen,
listening
to
to
honor
live
and
coverage
respect
of
our
Engineer
country,
hockey on
the men and women who
91.5
have served and continue
WRPI
to serve
Troy.
America.
We'll
We ask at
pause
this time you please rise
for the
and
national
remove your
anthems.
caps for the
Yeah,
playing
we
of
got
the
there
national
eventually.
anthems of Canada and the United States of America by the RPI Pep Band.
RPI Pep Band got provided again. They're going to soar in the lips after tonight.
Yeah, so it looked like a totally different game that they played coming into the field house. It's kind of surprising. Usually RPI can settle in a groove early on in their own barn, but whatever Coach Bennett said, that is what after that loss, it really just didn't look sharp at all. RPI trying to control that game, and actually it was the first time RPI outshot Union in about 4, 5, 6 years. That game where they won 3-2. Union ended up outshooting RPI at the field house by 27-6. It just looked like a totally different team, and we've seen Union put on their fires. They tied number 1 Cornell just a couple games ago.
Oh yeah. Team, you can't look at their. I asked Coach about it. You can't look at their 6-17 record. You take too much from it at this point.
Before we get going, we'd like to thank Eventually Union, which provides funding for WRPI and also related activity at the Institute, including WRPI's coverage, WRPI hockey, football, and baseball. WRPI is on the World Wide Web. Go to browser at WRPI.org. You can pick up our podcast on your browser. WRPI Broadcasting Group provide that broadcast on WRPI.org. 4 different screens for you to choose, bringing you live engineer action coming to you right here from the Times Union Center, Albany, New York. The 8th Mayor's Cup just about to get going. Harry Scaris, Jeff Morris with you.
That just said it all. We can all go home.
Except for the score.
That's true. Owen Sabre gets the start for RPI Software. Cambridge, Ontario. 6-7-1 on the season, 2.56 goals against, 9-11 save percentage. He was 12.5 seconds away from becoming the first RPI goalie ever to record his 3 straight shutouts when he gave up a late one against Brown last Friday. And it'll be, of course, Darian Hansen for Union as we're underway. He has started all 25 games for Union this year. His numbers on the season, 6-17-2 every record. A game recorded, 274 goals against, 907 save percentage, 2 shutouts on the year. An early shot from no angle for Jake Morello. Gets us started in the shots on goal department, just 16 seconds in.
Yeah, didn't have to wait long. Jake Morello just nothing doing, but let's just get another face-off. Maybe we can win if we won the first one. Berlin did.
Face-off again. Union wins it in their road garnet uniforms up the near side boards. Robertson shoots it off the mask of Riley. Back out to center it goes. Estes had it for a moment. Back to Riley in his own end. D-to-D for Corey Babichuk. Babichuk gives it away at center to Parker Fu, we didn't see earlier this year. He was injured. Now he picks it back up. Lost it to Riley. Riley stepping in. Riley a shot of the save. And the rebound is chipped back towards the blue line and out to center. Big chance there for RPI's top point man, Will Riley. Then Carter runs it to his own man. It was Riley at center. Chance for Union to break in the zone, and they're offside. And that could have been much, much worse for RPI. You never want 2 of your players running to each other, Jeff, especially when they're both defensemen at the blue line. But RPI kind of got away with one there.
Yeah, this one took out Riley from the backside. He had no clue that Ferner was there, and Ferner was trying to make a move to get to the red line and dump it in. But just a few seconds earlier, Will Riley easily could have made this a 1-0 game, all alone in the slot, just trying to beat Hansen up high. And Hansen stands pretty tall in that cage, so he was able to just hold his ground up there. I think the puck got him in the shoulder.
Shot in by Union. Around to the near side corner. And played around behind the goal. Savory takes a look. 2-2 behind the RPI net. Finally dug out by Josh Kosak, trying to center all the way through the low slot. Picked up on the other side by Patrick Polino. Big pass or a fan on a pass. And he dumps his man. Played ahead looking for Dubinsky, and Zach Dubinsky gets spun around by Vas Polius. Polius now carries it up the near side boards, top of the near circle, walking in. Good poke check there by Ferner. Disrupts play, kept in at the blue line, however, by the Dutchman, and they'll dump it around to the far side. Zach Dubinsky over there. He's roughed off by Gabriel Seeger, second leading scorer on the Dutchman with 12 points. Taken back the other way by Mike Portal. Who's that? Ferner. That's Ferner indeed. Back out to center comes Union. There's a man breaking off the skater, and Aldi can't track it down. He'll eventually push out in front. It tried to center, picked up by Herman. Herman along the near side boards. That'll leave the zone. Right in front of the RPI bench. Now it's back into RPI territory. Seeger trying to find it, but Ferner beats him to it. Rory Ferner, sophomore from Dakota Dunes, South Dakota, plays it straight ahead. Now it's dumped in by Jerry, who takes a bump and goes down along the far side, puck in the near corner. Herman trying to find it there. Taken back by Kaz Sversrud. He'll throw it to center. Riley will bring it in high off the glass, rattles around to the near side half wall, pitching in Mason Klee. Lost the puck. Union back the other way, Matt Allen. Freshman from Smithfield, Rhode Island, trying to walk his way in, and finally Riley pokes it away from him. It'll be gathered up in the near side corner, back to the point for Estes. He can't corral. And all the way back down the ice it goes. Darian Hansen to play. Junior from East Bethel, Minnesota is Hansen. And this is his 68th career game, looking for his 30th lifetime victory between the pipes for the Dutchman. Loose puck at center. Cornell moves it in and falls down. Lifted back into the RPI zone by Union. In the near corner, Sean Harrison. Junior from Anchorage, Alaska, tries to center for Fu. Gets it caught up in his skates. He'll try and track it down along the near side. Parker Fu, a big body, and a much-needed one for this Union offense, which has struggled to score at times this year. As Lepinen's going to tap it deep. Hansen out of his net to play, wrap it around to the far side for Harrison again, who waits for it at the half wall, now out to center ice. He takes a hit from Burgess, and Burgess is the one who goes down, but separates him from the puck anyway. Back comes Riley, draft choice of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Skating into the attacking zone, makes a move, trying to do it all himself. Finally loses the puck, and it's poked away by Campolito. Around to the near side Union zone, one-handed towards the blue line and out to center by Brierly. Now Kosak into the RPI zone, 3 across the blue line, trying to move in. It was a mellophone, and he gets roughed up behind the goal by Linden. Back comes RPI far side. Riley looking for a passing lane, finds Tour Linden on the near side. He'll pull up at the point, trying to feed it on further. Second try, no. Third try, got it up the board. Gathered in by Union's Owen Ferris, a freshman from Dallas. And now Campolito up the far side board, steered off the puck by the Engineers. 2-on-2 as they hit the line. Now 3-on-3 as joining the play is Babachuk up the far side boards. Looking for Polino. Polino in the far circle. He loses out there to Christian Sanda. And now taken over by Seeger. Out of Uppsala, Sweden is Seeger. Big kid, 6'4", 216. Throws cross ice for Campolito. He gets it broken up in center ice by Simon Shelberg. Moved ahead by Polino, 3-on-2. Polino sent it across, deflected off Dubinsky and goes wide. Back to the near point. Shelberg waits for it, top of the circle, wrist shot coming, hit the base of the net. Seeger now at the half wall, trying to scoop it out of the zone. Gets it as far as center, where it's taken over by Shelberg. Now back to Polino, down the middle, connects to Zeke. Also 15 points for Chase Zeke, 6 goals and 9 assists on the year. He couldn't corral that, back to the Union line. Gathered up by Estes. He's being pressured by Dubinsky. Just flips it out to center for Fu. Far side connection is Harrison into the zone. Harrison, a long wrister, easy glove stop for Savory. May have been headed wide, but finally the RPI sophomore netminder gets to touch the puck with 14:40 to go in the first.
Well, Perry, both teams have made some pretty critical mistakes, and nothing's really cost them a heavy chance on goal. The Union's had some
Fans, be sure to pick up your 50/50 tickets just outside section 101.
3-on-1.
Proceeds will benefit the regional food bank.
Kind of fumbled the
They'll
puck.
be selecting 2 winners tonight. First receives half of the 50/50 pot, and the second will win a pair of NHL tickets to a Rangers Devils game at Madison Square Garden. Donated by Canada Burns Irish Pub in downtown Schenectady.
Set something up on a little give and go there. A couple times they had some good support from their high forwards going down low, but you're right, Will Riley had a couple chances. One, he just kind of walked into the zone and took a shot, the first one. The second one, he tried to dangle 3 Union Dutchman defenders and ended up getting back on that same shift to play defense on the odd man rush. So just got to be careful that he doesn't get caught up trying to do too much in this game too early on, but Scott definitely has the offensive capabilities and he's showcased it so far this year.
T-shirt toss going on, some fake mares, some mayor mascots here. We see them often at the Valley Cats. They usually race there. I'm not sure they're going to race tonight, although we'd love to see it. Face off in the RPI zone as we're back after the media stoppage. Wrapped around to Lepinen. Nonodile Lepinen lost it in the near circle. Get some help there from Hallbauer, who moves it out to center. Ashby Ashbrook with a crack at it, and then Gornell, but in the end, it's Kosak who spins it back deep into RPI territory. Savory there has had a dazzling start to his second half of the year, or at least the calendar year 2020. Given just one goal. Hit by Ashbrook behind the Union net. Now Campolito's tied up. Scooped on behind by Ashbrook, but the first one to it will be Taylor Brierly, the junior from East Grand Forks, Minnesota. Nearly stolen away by Ashbrook. If he did, he had Gornell cutting to the net with nobody around. But Brierly won that puck battle. Now he has it for Union down the middle. Crossing over the red line, skating far side, he'll bring it in. Stopped behind the net by Savory. He'll move it far side for Klee. Up ahead, and nice connection to Linden. Linden in the zone near side, drops it back. Morello in front, shot coming, shoulder, rebound, Linden! And it's put wide. As Hansen went sprawling, he was out of position. But RPI couldn't take advantage, but they never got to that loose puck, and it was swept out of danger. Union will gladly take this icing call rather than the goal that could have been coming their way.
Yeah, it's going to continue coming, I think. The engineer is going to get more odd man rushes as this game goes on, and Hansen's going to have to get his work cut out for him. But Shelberg's shot never got to him. It was blocked in front. I'm not sure by who, but then it landed on the side of the cage, and Hansen was kind of down and out. But it was a little tic-tac-toe. Every pass was within 10 feet there. RPI showing some good hands.
Face-off win for the Engineers. Here's Babichuk. Lost the handle, but does one-handed up the wall for Jerry. Billy Jerry now back to the point. Feeds it far side. Nice catch, Riley. Top of the circle, looking for a shooting lane. Center blue line, it's Babichuk. A wrister and a blocker saved by Hansen. Rory Herman over to gather. Freshman out of Poway, California. Wraparound try. Herman! He couldn't stick it home on the far side. Back comes Allen for Union. He'll skate it out to center. Takes a big hit from Herman. Turns over the puck, and DeGrande will chip it in deep to the far corner. DeGrande tried to throw one. He missed his hit. But RPI trying to send a message there as he just missed Anhorn, who ducked out of the way with the high flying Danny DeGrande. DeGrande now, touch pass ahead for Zeke. He carries in far side, 2-on-2 with Babichuk. Losing the puck with Zeke, gets it back, drop pass for Polino. A shot from a tight angle goes wide around to the near side and out of the zone. Corey Babichuk back to get it. Freshman from Edmonton, Alberta, chips up the wall looking for Polino. He's the first one to it ahead of Seeger. Shielding it away from Seeger to the far side corner. Still Polino on the puck. He gets tripped up, penalty coming. It's gathered up by Nowitzki. A shot, and that was held onto by Hansen. Ezeki was in the vicinity looking for a tip, but RPI will go on the first power play of this game. We got some pushing and shoving after the whistle. 12 away to go first.
RPI leading 5-1 in the shot department, and in the speed department, can't really measure because they're leading that too. And they're just controlling the puck down in the corners. That last shift, good hit by DeGrande, Herman, and a nice little exchange there by Herman, gets around the net. Polino takes him over and keeps his feet moving, and just kind of outworks Seeger there. And Seeger gets the stick too low, and here we go with their first power play attempt.
Union penalty on number 18, Gabriel Seeger. 2 minutes for tripping.
In on
Seeger,
Hansen,
2 minutes for tripping. Time of the Union penalty, 7 minutes 52 seconds of the first period.
As it goes behind, into the far corner, dug out by Ashbrook. Here's Chelberg. Now Hallbauer. He'll take a long wrister, looking for the deflection, backhand shot, and the net is kicked off. I think they shot from Leppin, and he didn't have a good angle on it from the first place. I think he hit the side of the net anyway. But he nearly got it by Hansen. Nice to see that again.
Yeah, unfortunately, Leppin, left-handed shot, he was on the left side of Hansen. So he was always right wing, but he really want to have an off-winger there to be on that back door and have his forefinger right there. But he nevertheless hit the side of the cage, and Hansen got to kick it off.
Face-off win for RPI, back to Babichuk. RPI's power play has been struggling recently, but got a goal against Yale last time out. Here's a shot and a save by Hansen on the drive by Polino. Polino has it again, top of the far circle. Down low, trying to snap it in front for Zeke, and it's swept away by Estes all the way down the ice. RPI's power play has looked dangerous. They're at 15% even on the year, 12 on an 80. 15, what am I talking about? 12 on it, 12 on 80 is right, okay.
Checks out.
All right, near side Riley, one-timer, a save by Hansen. Rebound, and it's in his glove. Oh, how did that not go? Nowitzki had a glorious opportunity. by Darian Hansen.
Yeah, both Dubinsky and Polino 2-on-0 really in front of the net as Riley kept that shot low. Ends up bouncing off Hansen's equipment right out in front, and then Dubinsky maybe wanted to go to Polino there. It was kind of just shuffling. They looked 2 feet right in front of Hansen. Looking pretty good, looking pretty sharp. Power play for ECAC play is just 6%, 3 for 49. So they're doing better in the overall game.
Right, that tends to the trend that they were great early. A lot of non-league games early, but not as good recent. Here's Shelberg off the draw. They set up at the near point for Hallbauer. RPI, I'd love to get him going. Here's a centering pass. Oh, and Ashbrook is on the far post. That puck was zipped by him. Snap to the near side point. Hallbauer, nice move on his backhand. Down low, out of the reach of Cornwell, back to pick it up. Now to the near point, it's Shelberg. Far point, Ashbrook steps to the top of the circle. A wrist shot was blocked down and cleared out by Union. 29 seconds to go on the power play. Savory way out of his net. He'll hand it off there for Simon Shelberg. New York Rangers draft choice is the freshman Simon Shelberg. He'll work it along to get off on a change as RPI moves it up the near side corner now. Behind the goal, Estes with a chance to maybe clear. He's met by a pair of engineers. 7 seconds to go on the power play. Johnson blocks it at the blue line. It skips past Linden all the way down. That'll do it for the man advantage. Pass out of bounds to Seeger. And RPI 0 for 1 in the power play. No score here halfway through the first period. Parker Fu intercepts at center ice, but can't keep it as it's moved in by Burgess. Todd Burgess, far side. Pulls up in the corner. Phoenix, Arizona drops it back to Ferner, a drive, and that one's blocked in front as Dylan Anhorn, freshman from Calgary, got in front of that one with most of his body. He got it with the shin pad. There's a goofy hop off the glass, but RPI moves it to center anyway. Morello carries in near side boards, looking for a passing lane, trying to feed it in front block. Second try, and that one got to the front of the net where Hansen goes sliding 8 feet out of his net to cover up.
Yeah, just the ability for RPI to gain the blue line has kind of been untouched.
We'd like to welcome Rensselaer alumni, Union College alumni, and all of our fans to tonight's game. Enjoy the game and thank you for your continued support of Capital District Mayor's Cup Hockey.
Keep pucks out of the net and give Hansen a little bit break, but he's been on top of his game so far, and the Engineers just need to keep exposing that neutral zone. That they're able to get cross ice passes and 60, 70 foot passes with some speed. And automatically you're going to get yourself probably 20 feet into the zone because you got the D backing up a little bit. They've been able to get at least something on net, even something from behind the net as Morello hit the side of the cage, and because of the angle of the cage, bounced out into the slot. Making something out of nothing right now, the Engineers, as they hold a 9-1 shots edge over the Dutchman. What I think Sabres really had to do was go out and fetch pucks off of a penalty kill.
Shots are 9-1 in favor of RPI, and that's every bit indicative of how this first period has gone.
Kind of what we saw the first time these two teams met back in October.
Right.
Is how RPI had just a lot more speed, and then the roles got reversed the next night. But
They were tight games, 3-2 RPI win, and then 2-1 Union the next night. Face off in the Union zone. Dutchman win it, trying to clear it out near side. Kosak duels with Johnson right in front of the RPI bench, and Mellifone with both goals in the Union 2-1 win. Kind of odd night it was, I'll tell you about that. Mellifone, he has just 3 goals on the year still, and 6 in his career, but 2 of them were in the same game to beat RPI. It'll be his lasting impression on college hockey, I guess. He single-handedly beat RPI. That hops off the stick of Herman out of play. 9:01 to go in the first period.
yes,
He got it there.
Seeger. Well, I was looking at the first game too.
okay.
Seeger stuck in my mind because he scored the power play goal at the end.
He only has 3 goals on the year.
Right. The RPI or Union has struggled with their offense. There's no doubt about that. They're 59th in the league in goals per game. That's
In all of college hockey.
in all of college hockey.
So when I said that earlier, I was maybe making a little bit light of the fact we don't score a lot. Anyway, Estes back Yale. What they put up against Cornell? 3. That's a tough game to score on, as RPI knows. Here's a long shot, an easy save on the stick for Sabre. That came off the stick of Anhorn. also has 3 goals on there. Then we have 3 goals in this team. Polino. Stick handling at the blue line, lost it there. Sanda just gives it to Shelburne. He says, thank you very much. Now Union catching RPI and a change. Rinaldi a shot with glove saved by Seabury. Oh, Rinaldi. It's almost a 2-on-0. I don't know what RPI was doing there. They didn't get it deep. Maybe they thought they did, but they just barely got away from get away with that, and Seabury bailed them out.
Yeah, Rinaldi's got 4 goals on the year, so he can't score yet. He's got to wait for his team to catch up. Yeah. Nice play by Seabury, though, coming out and challenging. Getting that glove out there. His first test of the night.
Third shot for Union. There's another one turned away on the blocker hand. And right off the draw was Liam Robertson. He has 3 goals on the year. We'll keep playing this game as long as we can. Babachuk up the near side boards for Leppinen. Takes a bump, flips it deep. Hansen behind the goal, leaves it there. Campolito kind of working out far side. Bottled up by the skate of Ashbrook. Now he lifted out of play. And if this was a Albany River Rats game, that would be a penalty, but they don't exist anymore, and it's not. So with 7:57 left, on the face-off just in the Union zone, and we'll play 5-on-5.
Not so much of a league comment, but really a time comment.
That one or the pro?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have that pro hockey here. Face-off left to Hansen. We're at the Times Union Center, which is Lord Bowles almost full, Jack. Love to see this. Off the draw, RPI has it, top of the zone, way high and wide. Zinger from Linden. And now Morello in the near corner, stick handling. Union player Robertson lost his stick. Johnson looking for a lane, fires one in the right pad save, made by Robertson, or by Hansen rather. Maybe something if it was Robertson. As the skater pads on tonight. Campolito near side of his own zone, off the glass to center, knocked out of the air by Burgess. That was played with a high stick, they say, which is fine. 7:25 left. We're scoreless here, but shots are 10 for RPI, and really, as this period winds down, Jeff, RPI might be getting a little frustrated at having scored.
Well, that last one that Johnson let rip, you know, good patience, get a little angle there, and kind of put a shin pad. He got it all the way to Hansen's right pad, as you mentioned. And I don't think Hansen even saw it, he just reacted and hit him. So things like that, plays like that, you get everybody sucked low and you get it back to your knee real quick. They just make a little step, get it beyond the shin pad. And we've seen many of those goals score in these types of games. We try to get that traffic in front. RPI so far has done a good job of it.
Off the draw, center ice, Engineers win it, dump it in. Wrapped around, Jerry takes a hit, picked up there by Herman. Back to the point, nice play. Shot coming, oh, it took a redirection in front of Hansen. It goes wide to the near corner. Flip to center, Union just throwing bodies up ice now, and it's DeGrande playing it backwards. This is the 4th line for RPI. A lot of bangers here. It's Herman. Distributes some weight in the direction of and another hitter throwing center ice. You feel a little bit of the excitement here in the barn. As RPI has been throwing the big hits early in this period. Now Riley in the far corner. Drummond there with Matt Allen. Centering pass. That came off the stick of Polino. And he throws his body and partially missed that hit on Smersrud. As Union breaks the center ice far side. Polius dumps it into the far corner. Riley is there. Bends off Kosak. Played around to the near side. Polino with Zeke. And Zeke carries 3-on-3 into the zone. Drop pass Dubinsky. Hops off his stick. Polino trying to find it. Poke to the near side where Dubinsky continues to do battle there. Now Chelbert roughs up Kosak in front of the Union bench, and RPI takes over in their own zone. Here's Chelbert on the near side. Far side feed. Good connection to Polino. Another 3-on-3 rush into the zone. Quickly whacked away. Picked up Chelbert. Slot shot over the top. And Simon Chelbert has made an early career on shots from about that distance. He has 4 goals on the season. Freshman blue liner from Sweden. And it's a good hit at center by Ashbrook, and now Zeke back the other way. Shot and a save by Hansen. He'll cover. I don't know if it was just working back-to-back women's games, but there's been a lot of hits being thrown, more than we've seen in most games, I think, Jeff.
Well, RPI bench real fired up after those 2 successive hits. You just had a feeling that Berman and DeGrande were going to be right in the middle of any physical, and the first guy up to cheer that hit from the bench was none other than Mike Dornell. He was was just screaming and pounding his stick on that bench when those two Union players put down in the heat. But you're right, just the physicality right now, the edge is definitely RPI.
Face off far side. It's pushed there by Sidorsky. Can't clear the zone. Fed to the near side. Oh, good find. Lappin couldn't handle it right away. Looking for the tip in front for Cornell. And it puck played him more than he played the puck. It goes into the far corner. Dug out by the Dodgeman. Picked up Lappin. He'll scoop it up the wall for Ashbrook. He'll leave it in the corner. Engineers on the attack. Cornell. Handoff. Shot coming. Oh, a right pad save. Johnson trying to throw it in front. Into the mixer all the way through. Now Halbauer down low. Looking for Ashbrook. He lets it run to the near corner. Harrison near side to the point. Johnson. Riley gives him some room. A shot through traffic. Hit a skate. Might have been Sidorsky. And Union finally going to try to lob the center, and they can't. Love down by Lepinin. Cross side speed Cornell. In front looking for Ashbrook. And this group continues to be successful. Oh, a huge hit there. And this could be more than two. Sidorsky dumps Ashbrook defending his teammate Lepinin. Luckily Ashbrook is quickly, or at least relatively quickly back to his feet. But that was a dangerous hit by Sidorsky.
I think somebody's going to hit the showers on that one. That did not look pretty, and they're going to see it again. Of course, they're going to go right to the replay. We'll talk it over, but that's got to be 5, in my opinion. As Ashbrook
Hey fans, check out the scoreboard. You might be on tonight's Fan Cam.
This might not be a very long review. Sidorsky is currently sitting in the box, but that might, as Jeff pointed out, might not take very long. This game. Ryan Sidorsky is a sophomore from Williamsville. Right will tell you about the one. Sophomore from Williamsville, New York. 1 goal and 1 point on the year. Union does dress 6 defensemen, so if he is or 7 defensemen, if he is 6.
Yeah, I don't know if they're actually going to take a look at this or not. Maybe they're not satisfied with 2.
Wow. We're not looking at it.
I'm surprised. The more something so dangerous.
We're in the building, but the media's not
Why would you do it? It's kind of far from the course, but I thought that was just a kind of a given that his head went in first, and wow, just totally wasn't able to defend himself. Definitely seen worse hits than that being the result of the game.
It's quite a bit ironic that
Union penalty on
last
number 10.
night was a women's hit, tonight's men's hit. It's Headway Foundation
Sidorsky,
week.
2 minutes for boarding. Time of the Union penalty, 15 minutes,
Concussion
19
prevention
seconds
and awareness
of the first period.
Group that teams hold up a banner and say that they support the Headway Foundation, and we have a couple of dangerous hits that last night in the women's game we saw completely uncalled, and there we have a 2-minute penalty. Now Union trying to break short-handed off the face-off. Kosak is met by Polino, and he knocks it away. The second power play for RPI. It looked all for the world like Sidorsky might be kicked out of this game, but they don't so much as look at it. He's in the box for a couple of minutes, and RPI will be on its second power play. See if they can take advantage anyway. Rung in, that takes a funny hop off the glass behind the Union goal. Wraps around to the near side corner. Kept alive by Riley there. One-handed up the wall, and now a Meliphone trying to clear. He's met by Riley at the half board. To the point, fed across and all the way in by Babichuk. Race for the puck on the far side. First one to it is Dubinsky. He'll fire it in. Around to the near side, Riley there. Gets some help. 1:08 to go in the power play. 3:48 to go in the period. Fed across by Riley, but it leaves the zone. Might have a deflection. Now Dubinsky for Babichuk. Hill back all the way up behind the goal, trying to get away from it. Harrison. Far side for Ashbrook. He leads up into Campbell play, but Dutchman in for clear as Ashbrook is down now. Now it's broken up at the Union line. It hits the linesman. As that's Mike Edmonation today. Just honored before tonight's game. This is his final game after 34 years of officiating ACAG hockey. He's trying to give one last gift to the field. Broke up the Union. 18 seconds to go in the power play. Edmonation still trying to move. Now we get a whistle here from our other linesman, Jason Shadley, on the side.
Elimination got immediately turned around and yelled at the Union player. He thought it was retribution for breaking off that rush. You got to credit the Dutchman right there for shutting down their blue line on that power play, not allowing the Engineers really to get anything going, coming across or even trying to jumpstart some short-handed chances of their own. Not sure what they're trying to do here. Maybe put some time back on the clock. Yeah, they're not quite allowed to take immediate timeout right now. There's still 4 seconds left to go, but
On the power play, right.
they're looking at something regarding time. I think that's going to have to be.
That's a good catch.
Coach Smith's going to have to settle his power play unit down. He's got a face-off in the neutral zone upcoming, but that probably not all but does it for this second opportunity on the man up. A lot different from their first chance when they had really a lot of good zone time and some chances, shots generated. This time, not one.
Shots are 13 to 4 RPI. They have hit the 2 power plays in this game so far. If you look back, seems like a bit of an anomaly. Seems like Union is the one usually getting the power play chances, but I think that comes with what team is putting the pressure on the other. And Johnson moves in.
Both teams are now full strength.
Walking it in, trying to center, broken up by Brierly. Around the far corner, still Jake Johnson, the sophomore from Bloomington. Lost the handle, now Union breaks the center with a little bit of speed. They pull up in the neutral zone, turned over, Burgess feeds it near side for Morello. Looking for a shooting lane, takes the shot. The rebound pops free. Around behind the goal, Morello gets wrapped up and taken out of the play. Now Brierly will carry far side. And Taylor Brierly will go backwards as he has no help going forward. Seeger, upended by Burgess.
One of the things that's helping is pretty remarkable. I don't think I've ever uttered those words while covering this team. Just how low and how disciplined they're playing. And Burgess just gets kind of caught, not moving his feet there, and puts the stick around the waist and trips up Seeger. It doesn't.
RPI penalty on number 17, Burgess for tripping.
Right in front of the
It looks like he got one ball and 17 yards to go up right now. Anyway, first power play for Union. They're 12 on a 99 on the year. So it's about 12% right there.
Got it.
12.1 officially. Around the nearest. That's a shot that goes wide from Ronaldo. Picked up on the far side wall. This is Anhorn. Now shot comes in and saves it.
RPI's penalty killing 17th in the nation, right around 85%. So Coach Smith will
Second in the league, only one.
be happy with that. Penalty killing between 85 and 90%. You're doing the right things. I'm sure Owen Savory's a big part of that as well.
RPI's 80th penalty kill of the year. And their power plays, the first two of this game, give them 82 on the other side. So it's pretty even. Little as RPI has been penalized, there's a hand pass here. Sends the face off outside the zone. This is an RPI hand pass. Anyway, getting back to my point. Yeah, it's in the zone. There are just no penalties called in RPI play. It only had 82 power plays. The opponents have only seen 80 now. Face off to the right is Savory. 1:25 to go on the power play. 1:30 in the period. Estes at the far point. Works up the wall to Seeger. In front. Oh! He it out with the man out in front. But it's not over yet. Estes walking in a wrister. Blocker saved by Savory. High off the glass of the far corner. Seeger down low. Back to the far wall. Settled down by Anhorn. Seeger back to the point. Near side Estes. Rinaldi in front. Poked away by Savory to the near corner. Now Food to Estes at the near point.
This is
Down
the
low.
final
Back
period.
in center. Oh my goodness. How did that not go? Estes to the blue line. He'll pull it back. And he'll throw it far side for Anhorn. A drive is blocked by Cornor. Oh, I don't know. Savory. I guess he kept it out. There were plenty of bodies in the way. There's a tip and a save. Rebound kick to the far side for Anhorn. In the middle for Cedar. Near side Rinaldi. Looking for a lane.
Every RPI player on the bench is also on their feet after that exchange. And Savory's got his focus, his glove, his pad, everything in front of that. It doesn't matter if he's in position or not. A couple of dynamite exchanges back and forth across the net from the Union power play. Spencer Food denied, or Parker Food rather.
Yeah, Spencer's gone. Here's a shot by Campolito high and wide. Engineers can't wait for this power play period to be over now. Can't believe we're saying that, but this power play has really ramped things up for Union. Foley is out of the near corner, back to the point. His pass across. And that's a big hook from Mike Mason. We'll get a bit of that after his earlier interaction there at the Dutchman. You don't want to get the refs off your side like Union has.
Especially with a puck in the air on the blue line. Then it's kind of, whose call is it, right?
Well, they're showing the replay of that play. I don't know how it did go. Either Ferner or Savory, they're both playing goalie there in front of the RPI net. Penalty is about to expire.
Both teams are now full strength.
4 seconds to go in the period. Puck deep in Dutchman territory. Now it's nearly stretched.
Shots on goal in the period. RPI 14, Union 9.
Shots so far are 13 to 9. Favor on the Engineers, but seemingly either team could have scored. There were plenty of chances both ways. It's a little bit, I feel like we're having a little bit of deja vu.
Yeah, both goalies got tested different ends of that period.
Fans, please visit the concourse level displays near section 110 throughout the night's game. To visit with Union and RPI students and learn more about their projects on display.
Bad scramble there at the end. Union moved the puck well, and they found
At this time,
big
please welcome to the
floors
ice the Hudson Mohawk Figure Skating Exhibition Team. It's an exciting and unique opportunity, and
trying to give it to
skaters
him
from
a
throughout
really
the
quick
capital
play
district
with the stick.
who have passed preliminary moves in the field or higher.
Savory denies
The
him.
team skating will combine
Then on the
aspects
back
of
door, I
theater
forget
on
who that
ice,
was.
synchronized
He
skating,
gets the number,
ice
but
dance,
you mentioned
freestyle,
Ferner and
creative
Savory.
movement to produce original performance
That
pieces
were
to
somewhere
showcase
in
the
that
local
area to
skating.
deny that puck, seemingly an open net. There was a lot of bodies in front. We couldn't really see the fallout here, but in any case, 0-0 is your score through one period here at the Mayor's Cup.
And we got first intermission coming up in just a couple of minutes. We're listening to RPI Hockey Night. Getting set for period number 2. RPI and Union. In the 2020 Mayor's Cup, the 8th rendition. Jeff, before we get going.
Well, the face-offs. 13-8 in favor of Union. Liam Robinson 4-0. A couple of guys. Gabriel Seeger 2-0. Best for RPI, Zach Dubinsky 3-2. Everybody else 500 or lower.
Before we begin the second period, I'd like to thank the Rensselaer Union, which provides the funding for WRPI. What?
Already did it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Goodness gracious, I walked away.
We already thanked him. You can thank him again.
Thanks to the Union, really, though. We can't do it enough. So we can provide this fine broadcast to you from the Times Union Center. Here we are. Union in their own zone. We're at 13 seconds into the second period. Sean Harrison's going to carry in. And they're offside. Parker Fu, a little bit quick on the draw. We'll get a stoppage.
I mentioned his older brother earlier by mistake, but he's out across the seas in the KHL. Spencer Fu definitely gave the Engineers 4 years of battles. Now his little brother doing the same thing. Finds himself as the man in front on their power play, Unit 1.
Lob to center. Morello gets bumped. Johnson back to Hallbauer. Sophomore out of Powell, New Jersey. Good connection into the zone for Morello. He'll take a shot blocked by Estes. Out of the play behind the Union net.
So RPI still has those great long connections in the neutral zone to spring forwards and back off Union defensemen. As they did early in the first period, got them some north-south offense. Hallbauer, another great pass right there. Kind of gets Morello into the zone. Although Morello elected to just shoot it, that one deflected up into the net.
Face off in the Union end. Shot comes in as a turnaround from Zeke. Kind of a blind whack at the puck. He caught it cleanly, and Hansen had to be ready.
We saw a couple those earlier from the Dutchman side on the offensive side. Now RPI lining that winger 45 degrees up the circle for that quick shot.
And the shot comes, it's blocked. That one off a pad, rebound, turnaround, and Polino couldn't steer that one on goal. Now to the near side, moved out for Seeger, chance for a 2-on-2, and a good play defensively by Chelberg to calmly step across and break it up. Zeke, cross for Polino. 3-on-2 as they hit the line. Polino steps into the slot, a shot, and he fired wide. Good patience there by Polino, like Johnson before him in the first, just to create some room and step into a real good angle. Just whistled it wide, looked like it was tailing away all the way.
And the Dutchmen have a tendency to sag too much and leave that high slot all alone. They're trying to pick up guys in front, and they get another look at it as Polino, aside from Riley's earlier chance, that might be the Engineers' second best of the night, kind of from the same position.
Face off to the right of Sabry. Shot comes in, didn't see it right away. That'll go up in the netting. Sabry lets him know. That was Coleus, one of the holdovers, and folks might remember Vas Coleus from quality Union teams of the past. He is a senior, I believe. Yeah, he is. Feels like he's been here for a while. Hallbauer behind his own goal off the defensive zone face-off win. Leppinen near side for Johnson. Return feed to Leppinen. A lot of room on the far side. Leppinen makes a move. Trying to walk in. Still Leppinen! And he spins around. He drew a hook. Penalty coming up as Ashbrook went careening into the net with one of the Union wingers, actually Smersrud. And we'll see what comes of this. Looks like Smersrud's the one going off.
Yeah, he had Leppinen tied up as Leppinen did his best to dance around two guys. What a play by Otto Ville, as they're going to show it again here on the in-house screen. And then, yeah, Smersrud just comes over and tugs on Leppinen and then buries Ashbrook.
Just pick your poison, I think.
RPI is going to get their third opportunity.
Third power play for RPI. See if they can finally solve Hansen here. Here's Hallbauer at the far point. Down low. Linden off of one of the Dutchmen and hit Sanda, and it'll go all the way down the ice. Kjellberg back to play. Near side, Holbauer. Back to Kjellberg. RPI slowly breaks the center. Kjellberg's going to ring it in far side. It'll roll off the dasher into the near corner. Burgess waits for it. Takes a hit from a Mellophone. Now he's tied up. There's 3 Engineers over there digging away, including Morello. Finally pops free to the top of the circle to the near side wall, and good play by Morello to keep it going for a bit. Now Kosak has it at center, and he'll whack it on further into RPI territory. Minute 14 to go on the RPI power play, their third. No score here with 17:42 to go. In period number 2, you're listening to live coverage of RPI Hockey, 91.5 FM, WRPI Troy. Peerless Garris and Jeff Morris from the Times Union Center. Here's Zach Dubinsky for RPI, ringing it in for Polino, waiting for it Zeke. Zeke back to the point. Babachuk, he'll spin it back up the wall for Zeke. Zeke at the half boards, looks down low behind the net. Polino's Dubinsky got dumped right in front of the net. RPI stays on the attack. Polino far side wall. Between his own legs to Riley. Riley walking in, circle, runs out of room, and into Sidorsky. And now Dubinsky will ring it around for Babachuk on the near side. He's in the corner, takes a hit, centering pass out in front. Riley steps into a shot. Oh, and Hanson May got the piece. Jam try, no. Dubinsky near side for Babachuk. Slap shot, blocker save on the try by Polino from the blue line. Now here's Riley looking for a feed in front. Bouncing puck swept away from Babachuk. Union looks to break shorthanded. It's Sanda. He'll take a slapper and a glove save by Savory. He wants to play, but he held it a bit too long for our referee's liking, and we get a face-off. 7 to go in the power play. 16:40 left in the second. A scoreless game.
Well, RPI had their best chances on the power play so far. A couple of rink-wide passes gets guys open. As we see Polino on the replay, he just blasted one of the blocker saved by Hanson. And Riley looking for somebody in front, and then Savory, he wanted to play that because he knew the Union's killers were gassed still as they try to go up on that rush. Wanted to keep him out there.
Draw to the right of Savory. Power play's just about over. Union wins it. Fu took a shot. It was blocked. DeGrande skates away with it, so RPI has subbed off its power play group.
Both teams are now full strength.
In anticipation of the power play being over, now it is. Ferner behind his own goal. Wrapping it near side for DeGrande. He's tied up by Coleus. Harrison trying to dig it out, but it's scooped out to center by the Engineers. Near side, Robertson in his own zone. Goes backwards for Coleus, and now he goes behind his own goal, and he's pestered by DeGrande. Again behind the goal, and now Jerry's there. Up the boards, Herman taps it back to the point. Not a lot on the pass. Johnson didn't know whether to go or stay. He elects to step up and slow things up, and then eventually dumps it in again. Hanson behind the goal. Plays it near side for Coleus. Still looking for our first goal. Tie up Gornell, flips it deep. Ashbrook in the corner. Ashbrook indirect back to the point for Riley. Thought about a shot. He'll go across for Babachuk. He'll throw it towards the net, and a right pad save is made. Now another fake shot from Riley. This man went sliding into the wall. That was Sanda. Now another shot save. Rebound Herman. He put it high and wide on the backhand. Far side point. Babachuk. His pass was blocked, picked up by Ashbrook. Now Herman up the board. Good cycle here by RPI. Cross ice speed. Looking for Riley on the back door. And a needed stick there from Sanda. Or Will Riley would have had a backdoor tap in. Flipped to center by Union to alleviate some pressure. Babachuk throws it cross ice. Neutral zone, overskated by Ashbrook. Tipped into the zone by Robertson. Dutchmen are offside. They have to wait for Robertson to get back. So Engineers able to take over quickly into the zone far side. Tipped in by Ashbrook. Back to get it behind the goal is Owen Ferris. And it's moved out to center by a Mellophone. Zachary Mellophone chipping to the far side corner. First one to it, scoops it behind. Too far out of the reach of Kosak and picked up by Mason Klee. Mason Klee to center, crosses the red line and dumps it in. Oh, what a hop off the wall there. Hit a piece of the boards and just jetted out to the side of the net, but luckily for Union, they were there to cover. Out of the air, it's off the glove of Dubinsky. Played on further by the Dutchman and now moved out by Morello. He can't control. Shot back in by the Dutchman. A lot of pace on that from Campolito. Savory can't slow it down. Picked up on the far side of the RPI zone by Klee. Far side connection to Zeke. Trying to make a move into the zone. Steps around Sidorsky. Gets some help from Dubinsky. And now taken over by Sanda, but kept in the zone by Burgess. Dumped into the near corner. Zeke leaning on his man. He's tied up now. And it's moved out by Brierly. 14 minutes to go in the second period. No score. RPI Union, the Mayor's Cup. Poke check center ice, picked up Zeke. Union getting back in a hurry. It's kicked at by Chase Zeke, taken back over by Sanda. Poke check by Zeke at center. Sanda's offside, and the Engineers have it anyway. Now the Union moves it back in, a 2-on-1. Seeger looking for a lane. Oh, a blocker saved by Savory. It's a couple times now the Engineers have been caught in odd man rushes. That time it was Johnson, the lone man back, and Seeger couldn't sneak one by the RPI netminder.
Yeah, Chase Zeke got caught at the end of his shift in the neutral zone and ended up broken play at the blue line. They all got confused, and for some reason, Johnson was just left all alone there, and just Owen Savory standing tall on that 2-on-1, which is pretty much uncontested in the slot. Seeger
Get your tickets today.
tries to go short side, blocker side on Savory, and for some reason Savory is just in the zone today. Both goalies giving us shades of last year's Mayor's Cup. Closing the door when needed. RPI, a couple of good chances, a couple of good hits, and then Union good counter up the zone. Just it seems like everybody's one little swat away from having a broke or an odd man rush here, and Union got the better of it last opportunity, and Savory was equal to the task.
Yeah, if these guys aren't going to give up a goal, I wish they'd just tell us. We can skip right to the shootout, and everyone can go get a late dinner.
Is that why they started at 6 o'clock, right?
Right.
They just understand there's going to be a
No goals scored, right?
No.
It's going to be 3-2 now, I promise. Face-off win for Union. A Mellophone. Get it away from him, please. And scooped out to center by RPI. No team is more afraid of Zachary Mellophone than these Engineers. And I mentioned why. He had both goals in the Dutchman 2-1 win at RPI back in October. A Mellophone up the boards. Looking for Kosak. Kosak trying to drive the net. Gets a shove. He gets knocked down by Babachuk. Now Babachuk has his stick, or Ferris' stick under his arm. Now he continues to scrap with Kozak behind the RPI goal. A Mellophone gets loose in the near corner. Swatted out to center by DeGrande out of the air. And allows RPI to get a partial change. Coleus picks it up for Union. He skates near side neutral zone, now to the far side. A little bit of speed into the zone. Vascolius all the way in. Centering pass off a skate at Shelburne. Bouncing puck juggled there by Babachuk. Don't want to do that in the middle of the ice, and luckily for him, it comes right back to him off the skate of Gornell. He tries to spin it to center. And the Engineers looking a little bit discombobulated here. They're so sharp in that first period, especially the first 10 minutes. And trying to find that again as it's shot down. It was deflected, says Jason Shaddy, so no icing here. Shelburne near side. And that's Smersrud. Pops out in front, and like a cat, Savory puts that stick on the ice, stops the puck, and puts his mitt on it. As now we get some extracurriculars there from Fletcher Feynman, who's just happy to be on the ice. A sophomore from Lake Worth, Florida.
And the first thing he does is go in and give Shelburne a shoulder shiver and puts him down on the ice.
If you only get 8 to 10 minutes in the game, you might as well make good use of it.
I'm sure he's out there, and Coach Bennett told him to, make something happen physically, which Union has been desperately lacking in this contest so far.
Face off in the RPI zone. 12-17 to go in the second. Easy, or a clean win, I should say. Campolito shot hammered off the glass. Helped to the corner by the goalie stick of Savory. He's got 3 assists this year. He's been playing the puck more than last year, seemingly, and when he does, he's benefited from some teammates scoring on the other end of those. Some of them has been real good individual plays. One that stands out is the one Burgess scored. He went coast to coast against Canisius. Tie up in the near corner of the Union zone now. Rorello picks out the puck out of a scrum and fires one wide. Caroms around to the far side. He'll turn to shoot again. That takes a deflection off of Brierly. And now Burgess tries to pick Brierly's pocket, but it's forced out to center. Here's Fu ahead for Campolito. Crosses the red line and chips it into the far corner of the RPI zone. Harrison has it swatted away. Johnson goes backwards to Ferner. Brady Ferner lost a handle on the puck, takes a hit. Still trying to find a good connection with it. And now Sanda over to help out in the near corner for Union. Forced out to center softly by Morello. And now picked up by Estes. Brandon Estes, good connection to Sanda, trying to chip it around. Ferner and Savory out to play. Kept in nicely at the far point by Estes. Into the slot, a shot and a save by Savory. Juggles the rebound and holds on as Polino goes crashing into him with some help there from Sanda.
Yeah, Savory's got a good stick on his in his repertoire. He's able to play the puck well. That low glass, and we should mention that we have seamless glass along the sides of the rink here at Times Union, but it's seamed around the end boards, which is while you've made some, Perry's mentioned some goofy and funny bounces that the puck has made, and it certainly made a few. Probably going to see a few more before this game's over. Just don't see a lot of seamed glass anymore in higher levels of play.
Face off in the RPI zone. A quick shot goes way wide into the corner. This is lobbed high in the air to center ice, but you have to try a little harder if you want to hit the scoreboard here at the TU. Not quite as easy as the Houston Fieldhouse. Now Leppinen moves it across the blue line, chipping it deeper for Gornell. Gornell and Anhorn go into the end boards. Played up the near wall. Here's Seeger for Union. 3-on-3 at neutral ice. Return feed for Seeger. Past Riley, and Riley tries to track it down. He and Seeger go into the near corner. Now Ashbrook. A mellophone, a long shot from the wall, and easily stopped with the paddle of the stick by Savory. He covers up. 10:25 to go in this second period, and we are still scoreless.
Union slowly creeping up, kind of walking their way back into an even game as far as the shots go. And Savory seeing a lot more rubber this period.
5-4 Union in this period, 18-14 RPI overall.
Just the overall looks, and they are being a little bit more physical in their own offensive zone, so it's got RPI back on the heels a little bit.
Tie up far side of the RPI zone. Shot comes in. Easy save for Savory on the long attempt from Kosak.
I think at this point they're probably just under the impression to get pucks to the net. You never know if he's going to misplay one or have one pop out of his pads into the slot where a fortunate Union player could react to it. Owen Ferris going to get tossed here.
Union wins the draw anyway. Long wrist shot and through traffic. Savory makes a stop and gets shoved back into his net by a mellophone. And Jake Johnson doesn't like that. He'll let a mellophone know about it, as that's a dangerous play because your goalie mask, you don't have a lot of protection on the back of your head, and a mellophone just kind of pushed up into Savory after he made the stop, and he kind of went awkwardly into the net, but they've looked like they've solved their differences for now.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly in Union's playbook right now. Just what I said. You got to throw pucks at the net. You also got to throw a little bit more at the net, and that could be, you know, an extra glove, an extra body. And if it's not a penalty for Union, that's what they're trying to do: is get something in his head, get something around it. You can see immediately RPI's defenders stepped up on that, took exception. Nothing's going to shake our goalie's focus right now.
Face off to the left of Savory as Union continues to climb in the shots department. Draw just sits on the dot. Now Hallbauer comes away with it. Morello down on the ice, and the pass is off the mark. This is going to be icing on RPI. Who lost their stick? I think it might have broke on the face-off.
That's by Morello. No, the Union
I don't
player.
see anyone without a stick. Some kind of magic trick. I don't know.
The equipment managers get that stick right out there real quick.
Mellophone finally uses his hands to pick it up. It's going to take a while for him to stick handle the stick all the way back to the ice, to the bench. All right. 10:05 to go in the second period. We've hit a bit of a stalemate here. Off the draw, shot goes wide from Fu, and Savory's going to cover, and then it's Hallbauer with Harrison nipping at the glove of Savory, and he'll take a skate.
Yeah, another little extra whack there. Looks like Robertson got a little extra whack. Maybe it was Harrison. Anything they can do, try to get Savory off of his game as they keep winning draws and keep getting pucks quick to the net.
Another face-off to Savory's left. Dubinsky here against Seeger. And one back to the corner. Ferner lost the handle. Shelberg trying to stick handle out of the zone, lost it there. He breaks up the pass from Robertson, and now Polino. He'll ring it far side, out of the zone, waiting for Zeke at center. Tipped it along for Zabinski. He gets knocked down. And Brierly will play across for Fu. Back to Brierly. Center ice, flipped into the RPI zone, past Ferner. Behind it goes, here's Chelbert. Dubinsky to center, good play. Polino trying to poke it on further, moves into the zone. Engineers are onside, but it doesn't matter as Union's right back out now. Carried on by Seeger. Near side, Campolito, top of the circle, wrist shot and a save with a stick of Savory. Behind the goal. Union trying to set things up. Sanda, and that net came off awful easy. Savory just trying to push off the post, and there it went. 9:11 to go. We're going to get a stoppage of play and a media timeout here. No score, RPI and Union with the shots squarely at 18 apiece.
Savory maybe didn't really look like he did much over there. He
No.
just kind of had to hold the post tight. They're going to say no media timeout because RPI doesn't deserve a change.
Right.
From Savory knocking that off. They're not using the long pegs. I'm not sure if they're using the double brackets there to hold those nets in. I'm not sure what they're doing. But it is coming off easy as you
look
mentioned.
out in the crowd. No one was even paying attention to that. Went right in the crowd. Luckily, not a lot of zip on it.
Could be to tell the play started again.
It felt like it was an optical illusion because nobody moved and the puck just like disappeared into the crowd.
Now they're going to get their
all right.
timeout. Maybe that was all the plan.
This is agreed upon. I'm going to throw it on the play.
Get your tickets now to be a part of the action at the store at Brooks Arena in Lake Placid, New York on March 20th.
Get a couple minutes to clear the creases out. There's been a lot of activity in them, much more than the first period. As the goalies have seen a lot more bodies in front, especially after the whistle. Owen Savory recently has had to cover the puck. Probably the last 10 stoppages have been in his glove. He certainly gets his work out, and he's used to it. He's had some high save totals earlier this year. A couple of ECAC awards.
Oh yeah, Savory. I mean, I guess we can overlook it. It's really unfortunate the goalie gave up at Brown. I was watching the game. And it was just a kind of a broken play in the corner. It popped out to one of the Brown forwards, and he just kind of stuffed it in the side of the net. And it was just kind of like, it didn't matter. The game was over. It was 3-0 at the time. But I think everyone can kind of sense it was a little bit of a letdown that they weren't able to get Savory that third straight shutout. And we're doing a face-off again.
Even when RPI wins, they can't get a win.
Yeah, this is starting to feel like a football game, the pace right now. 9:06 to go in the second. We're still scoreless. There have been a number of chances. Both goalies have been on top of their game. RPI wins this face-off, and we get to continue. And Burgess shoots it out to center. Picked up by Babichuk. Lifted off the wall. Right to Anhorn. He'll backtrack in his own zone. Dylan Anhorn. Freshman out of Calgary. Ahead for Fu. Fu, cross-ice pass into the skates of Harrison. Goes into the corner. Sean Harrison has it poked away by Babichuk. RPI's freshman from Edmonton, Alberta. That could be a long-standing rivalry. Got Calgary versus Edmonton there. Backhander in front all the way through the crease. And to the near side it goes. Burgess trying to wrap up Coleus, but he gets it deep. RPI hemmed in still, as they've been out not as frequently as they would have liked, especially not in the attacking zone where they'd rather be. RPI came out with all kinds of fire in the first half of the first period, but it's all but gone now. They need to find something, whether it's a hit or whatnot, to get them going again. This is going to be icing on Union, so at least send the faceoff back down into Dutchman territory with 8:10 to go, second period. RPI and Union are scoreless.
Coach Smith at the top of the broadcast kept mentioning last year's Cup as play on one side of the ice. I'm kind of seeing that again.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
Nobody wants to play on the current side of the ice, which would be Union side right now to our right of the benches.
I guess that would be good news, at least if RPI. That'd be 2 periods on the good side.
Oh, maybe it's something with the long change. I don't know.
Johnson shot blocked, bouncing puck in the air, stays in the zone. Lepinen trying to fire it down low, glove down by Ashbrook, and his tight angle shot is turned away by Hansen. An awkward play and a good heads up move by Lepinen to try to fire it down low, trying to catch the Dutchman out of position. Here's Sidorski on the near side. He takes a hit from Lepinen. Coleus keeps the puck behind the goal, watched by Gornall. Slapped off his stick. Coleus gets it back, plays it around for Sidorski. Lifts it off the glass behind Coleus and now played near side. And Melifone gets roughed up and Ashford just shoots it back into the Union zone. Finally fed back to center for a Melifone. A Melifone stick handling in the loosest sense of the word or phrase, and then it goes out of play, and we get a stoppage again.
He's had enough, and he'll shoot it into his own bench. Try to restart.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. You got the curved glass going into the bench, too. That doesn't help anybody.
No, he's 6'2". He's got a tall frame. He's got a long stick, and sometimes the puck just looks like it's dangling out there.
Face-off win for Union. Campolito shoots it in. Seeger near side. And now behind the goal, it's Rinaldi. He gets tied up by Ferner. Union tried to walk it out in front, but it was broken up nicely by Dubinsky down low. And now here's Seeger again, using his big body to shield it away from Dubinsky. Kept in, right onto the tape of Dubinsky. He'll feed it far side for Zeke. Chase Zeke on the move. Makes a move, drops it back to Chelberg. His shot's blocked, loose in the slot, all the way to the near side for Polino. He'll take a tight angle shot that hits a skate and goes off the side of the cage. Back to the point, a bouncing puck will be kept in by Chelberg. Actually got a lot on it as he slams it back into the near corner. A little shake and bake from Polino. He's tied up by Campolito. And now Zeke does battle with Rinaldi. Glove down here by Babachuk at the near point. Kept in the zone, Zeke, hand off to Dubinsky, into the slot. A shot gets blocked down. Good close passing play there for RPI. This left the zone, I think. Oh, no, it didn't. RPI continuing to put the forecheck pressure on. Shot off the near side boards. Played up the wall. Reaching forward is Sanda. He gets bumped there by Babachuk and now picked up by Billy Jerry. For DeGrande, goes cross ice for Herman. Herman high in the air to center, come down in Union territory. DeGrande putting the wheels on. Throws a hit in the corner, then goes down. Back on his feet, DeGrande. Up the wall for Herman. Trying to feed it back to the point. Now it'll go down low. Rory Herman on the move. California kid into the corner. Still Herman. Backhand shovel pass near side Riley. Into the slot. Riley on his backhand. Still Riley. Backhand shot. Oh, a save and Jerry. That puck didn't come off for him. He might have had a chance to stick home the rebound. Now Jerry high slot. He makes a move. Jerry just lost the handle into the corner. Goes to get it and chips it further for DeGrande. Behind the net. Picked up by Herman. He's had a pretty good game here on this fourth unit. Trying to walk it out in front. Herman. Oh, and it skipped off his stick and Hansen covers. Oh my. Rory Herman nearly had his first collegiate goal.
Yeah, I mean, how many RPI engineers did we just see take liberties with the slot and the house, as it's called, right in front of Hansen? Will Riley just walking in, then Bill Jerry almost comes in on the puck on a string, and then Rory Herman, the trifecta, dances around the Union defender and gets, I don't even know how he got a shot off on Hansen, but it did end up right on Hansen's paint. And Hansen was forced to have his paddle down and make a play, but the Engineers now coming alive with just a couple of minutes, shy of 5 minutes left to go in this frame.
5:28 to go in the second. Sidorsky, third try, got the pass away. Far side, Robertson broken up. Out of the corner, Burgess a shot, a save. Rebound kicked wide by Morello. Now Morello again over for Linden. Back to the blue line, near side, Hallbauer. He fires one down low, looking for a deflection. Burgess, and that one goes wide. Morello on the far side, shielding the puck to the high slot, near side, Hallbauer. At the wall, back to the middle, kept in the zone, and picked up in front. Linden trying to walk in front. Shot and a save by Hansen, and he holds on. 4:55, and these two goalies for the second year in a row are putting on an absolute clinic.
And just as we said, this pace has picked up a mile. Wow. Just barely keeping that in and finding Linden on the doorstep. What a stick pickpocket play there by Linden. Turns around, has about 5 feet to work with. Wasn't sure what he was going to do on Hansen. I'm not sure if he elected to go 5-hole or not, but Hansen giving a word to his team on the bench as both players and goalies and everybody else is gathered because it's immediate timeout as they take a look at the hold there by Morello at the blue line, and then Linden just tries to walk in and he kind of fanned and flubbed on that backhand. I'm sure he wanted to go through the 5-hole with a little bit more steam than that, but he kind of flubbed it and went into Hansen's chest as he was down in the butterfly position. I was taking a look at Sanda earlier. He went down kind of gingerly in the defensive zone for the Dutchman and went back to the bench without his stick. Immediately took his helmet off, so I'm not sure if he's okay or not. He still has his helmet off on the Union bench. A clean hit, it looked like, and was decided upon, I think, by everybody here. So he just maybe went down. It looks like he's got his stuff back on, so it's good to see no injury there. As now RPI has got some offense in their sticks in the last 3 minutes.
Union wins the defensive zone draw and fires it around to the near side, kept in by Kjellberg in the slot. Gornell trying to find it, swept away by Brierly. The last-ditch effort to get it out of trouble. Now it's lifted up the near side boards. A Mellophone on the chase. Perner has a step on him, but that long reach of a Mellophone pokes it away. Now he's tied up in the corner. Up the near side boards. Gornell just trying to play it out, but he threw it right into the tape of Campolito at the point. He'll filter it back down low for a Mellophone. A Mellophone. Campolito is shot through a screen and a save by Savory. Just in good position to make that stop. Now here's Anu Ville Lappinen on a Espoo Finland, trying to go coast to coast. Hands it off to Ashbrook, but he had pulled up at the point. Still gets to the puck. Now chopped to the near side corner. Union end. Worked up the wall. Ferris around to the far side. It'll be picked up there by Kosak to center. A Mellophone. Touch pass far side into the zone. Brierly. He'll drive the net front. Shot to save. Off the mask. It's in the net. Oh my! A fortuitous bounce for Union, and the Dutchmen take the lead. I think it's going to be Brierly's goal, but I'm not sure what that hit last. In the end, just fell over the shoulder of Savory. It's 1-0 Union.
Savory makes the mask save, and it bounces off in front of him. Not sure where it went. I don't know if it hit the pipe or hit his equipment and bounced back towards him. There was a defender, I think it was Babichuk on the play. There's the initial shot. Oh, and it went right off of Brierly's stick on a second attempt.
Wow.
That's what it looked like to me. If we see the replay again, I'm not sure, but it looked like he swatted it right out of midair after the initial shot hit Savory's mask.
So 1-0 Union takes the lead against the run of play. Although that seems to have not much factor on scoring as the series goes. Here's Polino now, skating top of the zone, takes a shot, tipped on goal once, second try, no, towards the net, penalty coming, where's the puck? And I guess not in the net, as Polino gives a couple of cracks there to Parker Fu. As I don't know how that puck didn't go in. There was an engineer careening towards the cage. He was being held. That's what the penalty is going to be, I think.
Yeah, and if he doesn't get held there, that's a goal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a good penalty to take if you're Estes. You see it
yeah.
there. So Zeke, it was getting held to the net. I mean, initially it hit off the skate, so I don't know if that would have counted if it did go in.
I thought it hit a, yeah, I'm not sure whose skate it hit. Was it Zeke's skate?
Looked like Zeke had to skate the puck to get it where he wanted it, but then he just couldn't get his stick down because it was tied up by Estes. And in any event, Hansen gets back and play is blown dead, and Estes to the box for a hook or a hold, I'm sure. And RPI will go on the man advantage for 2 minutes. A good answer by RPI, though. Doing what they've been doing the last 3 minutes. You know, don't let an odd bounce get you down. It ends up in the back of the net. Just come out and keep doing what you're doing, and try to get the power play awake.
Third power play chance here for RPI as Babichuk pokes at it. Penalties on somebody. Was it a fourth power play chance for RPI? A fourth chance for RPI. Penalty was on Estes for hooking in the end. Here is Polino. Drop pass Babichuk. Stick handling through center. He'll move it in far side. Babichuk pulls up at the half boards. Try to play back to the point. There are two Dutchmen there. Just given away to Zeke on the near side now. Picked up by Polino. Polino down low at the near half boards. Patrick Polino, senior out of Buffalo. Back to Polino, looking for a lane. Cross ice feed behind Riley, and he'll go back to get it along the boards. Will Riley up top. Babichuk back to Riley. 2:45 to go in the period. Shot to save. Davinsky scores! He lifted it over. Hansen. And we're tied at 1. Finally, RPI gets a power play goal.
And that's big. Savory way out of his net to get pumped up about that, getting it back. Both on the power play, Dubinsky left all alone in front, and that's been kind of a theme with both of these kills. They just leave that guy in front and see if the puck just can't get there, and Hansen just had trouble picking that one off Dubinsky's backhand. Nice hands by Dubinsky. We've seen him do this before. Riley gets it to the net, screen, and then Dubinsky just a turnaround, had his back toward Hansen as he scored that goal. Good answer by the Engineers.
1-1 game, under 3 to play. Kjellberg in the corner of his own zone, takes a bump, comes free to the near side. RPI 1 for 4 on the power play now, as Morello is going to clear it out to center. Estes carrying out of his own zone. He's watched by Linden. Hops off a skate. Union will have to go back to its own zone to pick it up. Near side, or excuse me, behind the Union goal, it's Estes. Fed up the wall. Kjellberg tapped into the zone, played there by Anhorn, gloved down, no, not gloved down by Morello. Out to center it goes, and now Estes again, trying to get away from Jake Morello. The senior from nearby Slingerlands, looking for his first Mayor's Cup win. His senior class for RPI. This is their last chance as RPI ices the puck here. 1:45 to go in the second period. Tie game, 1-1. Shots are 26-19 in favor of the Engineers.
Jake Morello finds himself on Linden and Burgess line. They got caught on that icing. Right out there again, so we don't get to see how often Savory rebounds from a goal like that either, so it'll be interesting to see.
We got a penalty coming up on Ferner as he kind of tackled Fu in the corner. That wasn't really a board. It was more of a hold or a bear hug. Ferner can't believe it. I think the boards have to be involved for a board.
That is true. I mean, it was maybe the tip of their helmets touched the board.
I feel like it was more of a tackle. We don't have a.
That's what I thought too. The first time I saw it, I think the boards were involved, but in any event, it didn't look legal. That's for sure.
You're going to need a better angle on the replay, which did not include the alleged penalty against Brady Ferner. So a power play for Union is their second. And if nothing else, the officials have pulled Union a little bit closer to evening the penalties in this game. Union out of its own end. Moved in far side. Johnson breaks it up and clears it down. Nice play by Jake Johnson, who's back after, as Coach mentioned, who's ill for the last weekend road trip.
This is the final minute of
Glad to have Johnson back here. Under a minute to go in the second, so this penalty will carry over for Union, barring a late goal in the period. Save for Savory. Rebound just popped out in the middle. Had teammates help him out. Babichuk able to clear it down. Hansen stops it there. So we figured out these two goalies aren't human. We're almost 5 full periods without a goal between the two. As this is gloved down far side by Robertson. Went up for a jump ball. Now Savory's going to leave it behind for Klee. Klee's going to try and ring it out near side. Colia stops it there. Now another play by Klee along the near side boards. Takes a bump, goes down. Clearing effort kept in by Campolito. Now Colia's top of the zone. 15 seconds to go in the period. Colia's looking for a lane. Far side. It's pulled back by Allen. Now Colias again. Shot comes in, hit a skate, rebound flipped away, out to center with 4. And now Colias at his own blue line with 1. That will do it.
Shots on
for
goal
the second period. As Babichuk gives to the late poke check for good measure. We didn't think we were going to have a goal. We finally got one as Union scored first. It was Taylor Brierly with his first of the season, second of his career in his 65th game, and RPI answering as Zach Dubinsky scores just his second collegiate tally in his 19th game, the freshman out of Highland Park, Illinois, with a big Mayor's Cup tally to tie it up at 1.
Yeah, I hope you don't have to look that one up as far as how many minutes have gone by without a goal between these two clubs. Could be something.
Well, in Mayor's Cups, I guess.
Well, just in Yeah, I
It was
guess
2-1.
Yeah.
It was 2-1 last time out.
I guess if you take that and not
Fans, please
continue
turn
this
your
play,
attention
but
to the
yeah,
ice
right.
and welcome the winners of this
something
year's
about this
Capital
building,
Region
maybe.
Mayor's
Yeah,
Cup.
we only had
The Fights Challenge.
2 goals in the women's game earlier, but it took until
These
6
skaters
minutes
are
left in
by
regulation to get
Euro
one.
from Detroit,
Then we have an
Albany,
empty
and
netter.
hockey associations.
Anyway, we're going to
Fans,
step aside here and come back with our
program.
second intermission. Your score once again after 1 is RPI 1 and Union 1. You're listening to live coverage of RPI hockey on 91.5 FM, WRPI Troy. 5 for a third and final time here tonight at the Times Union Center. RPI hockey on WRPI. Carlos Garris and Jeff Morris at the Times Union Center. 20 minutes left to decide this one, or maybe 5 minutes more, or maybe an unofficial shootout. But let's not go there because I don't want to again.
Werner's going to have 25 seconds for the box. He has to sit the remainder of his 2-minute minor for tackling Parker Fu in the corner towards the latter stages of the second period. So RPI will begin this on the kill. They've been perfect so far in that department.
Face off at center. RPI will kill off 25 more seconds of time here, or try to. As it's back into the engineer's end, Johnson will clear this one up the near sideboards and all the way down. Hansen from behind his own goal leaves it for Estes. And now a drop pass at center. Moving out Seeger into the RPI zone, turned away by Johnson again. Good to have him back in the lineup as he makes a nice play again. Out of the box is Werner, back to even. And the Engineers quickly back on the attack in the near corner. It's Gornell scooping it up the boards. Can't clear the zone. Second try, they do on the skate. Anhorn leads the rush up ice, near side, they're offside. And we'll stop play, 43 seconds into the third.
Yeah, it's good to see RPI holding the line a little bit there. Something I haven't seen them do so far since the first period, really.
Yeah.
Trying to force Union to hold up their rush.
Union 0 for 2 on the power play now after that. We're another jump of the gun here. This time Owen Ferris for Union. Going 3 assists on the air. Yeah. Oh, just jumping in. Can't do that. So we'll redraw it again, and RPI wins this time. Tipped deep by Burgess. Behind the goal, Sidorsky gets run into by Morello. Sidorsky again. Back between the legs of Linden, and now it's picked away by Kosak, and he'll move it out. Cross ice feed is a good one to Vascolius into the RPI zone. He gets stood up there by Klee, taken over by a Mellophone. Mellophone got his skates caught up in Chelberg's stick. Now a centering pass is intercepted, and RPI trying to move it out. A little bit too fine there for Linden. Got to be a little more assertive. Union keeps it in on the far side. Now they're on the near side. Good poke check by Chelberg, breaks things up, gets a second try, and clears it out to center ice far side for Burgess. Burgess across the red line, takes a look, goes backwards with it to Riley. You can see more of that RPI trying to be more of a possession team as Babachuk throws it across the front of his net. Got the job done, it was just a little bit scary, and now here comes Polino far side. Around the goal he goes, takes a hit. Picked up by the goal scorer Dubinsky momentarily, and then moved out by the Dutchman. Kicked into the zone by Babachuk, keeps it alive. Knocked down far side Polino. And now Dubinsky tries to push it behind the goal for Zeke, intercepted by Campolito, and the Dutchmen are out to center. Far side they come. Smedsrud, excuse me. It's one of those that'll give me trouble forever. Here's Dubinsky. On the carry down the middle. Still Dubinsky into the zone. It finally was poked off his stick and brought back the other way by Smedsrud. Nice move by Rinaldi. Steps around one Engineer. Looking for the wraparound. Centering pass broken up by Savory. Chip to center. Trying to get there is Polina, but he can't, and Estes has it for Union. Now Rinaldi's tied up and taken down by Zeke on the far side. You can tell Rinaldi was looking for something and didn't get it there. Johnson runs into Sanda, and then Sanda takes a tumble. I'm not sure you're going to get those calls here in the third period of this game. This is a potential icing here on RPI, and Estes will meander his way back. They wave it off anyway. Far side, Sanda on the carry for Union. 3 minutes gone here in the third. 1-1 RPI and Union. Neither team has taken hold here in this final frame. Grande stick handling. Far side Union zone now. Takes a shot. He fired high. Looked like similar to the goal he scored against Brown last Friday when he picked out the top corner against Nieto. Now we get a stoppage here and an offside. 16:38 to go third period. Still 1-1.
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for DeGrande to break out, and all he has to do is really find that corner like he did in Brown just more often, because he has the ability to gain the zone with such speed and rip shots, and they're just dangerous from the top of the circle. His release.
Lapping off the draw. You're right. No, he's seems like on the cusp. Tie up right between the benches at center ice, and it'll be chipped deep by the Engineers. Stopped by Hansen. Brierley leaves it there for Campolito as Gornall throws a hit into Brierley. Spinning puck at center, played by Shelberg, who gets dumped by a Mellophone, and the puck goes into the bench, and then Ashbrook steps up to a Mellophone, and he gets rejected as well, and they have a few words. And
public enemy number 1 here. Number 13 on the Dutchman. Everybody in a white helmet's got something to say to him.
Yeah.
It's good that RPI is just not taking anything, really maintaining any kind of mental game. They got to take mentally tough in these types of games. Their discipline has just helped them throughout the year. They've got to maintain it now.
Center ice draw won by the Engineers. Faceoffs are 27 to 25 RPI. They get it deep. Some room for Linden trying to center. He threw it off Rinaldi, and it goes just wide behind the goal. Dangerous play there. Now Rinaldi speeding ahead, poked at by Riley, and he picks it away and shoots it off the boards the other way. Now Riley trying to step around Sadorski. He gets dumped there. Burgess, backhand, blind pass behind him. Babachuk put it wide. That would have been something special. Babachuk still on the puck. Carries it to the far side half wall. Back up top for Riley. Snaps a quick shot, deflected. And that one caught a skate. I think it hit Linden on the way. Tipped to the near corner. Now Burgess trying to walk it out in front. That swatted away to the near side. To the near side, Johnson just across the line. And he's a little bit upset that he wasn't able to keep that one in the zone as RPI had something brewing.
Yeah, they had Dutchman off on their heels there for a second, and again Hansen makes another save, which I don't think he saw, but he just had his large pads along the parallel to the ice to make sure it did nothing low went in, and it carried off that pad. Good traffic in front, and what a play that set up almost a Babachuk's back door.
Face-off win, neutral ice, RPI. Hallbauer rings it in. All the way around to the near side it goes. Estes off the boards, and that's back out to center ice as Johnson couldn't keep it alive. As that one bounced on him a bit. Now chipped in by Polino. Avoids a hit, dumps it deep. Estes near side again. Waiting for it along the near side was Colin Schmidt. He's wrapped up by Johnson. Puck goes back in deep. Anhorn near side. And now it'll be Harrison trying to get it out. Chips it off the boards, off of Dubinsky, back out to center. RPI has to touch up as Dubinsky shoots it back in. Behind the goal, Estes. 5 minutes into the third period. And we're tied at 1-1. Goals from a defenseman. Brierley is first of the year, and the freshman centerman for RPI, Zach Dubinsky, with his second goal this season. Both coming just minutes apart in the second. RPI on the power play. So it's a back-to-back goal, back-to-back games now for RPI with a power play talent.
Puck gets chipped out of the zone, so we'll have immediate timeout, and RPI just sending one player in and not really forcing an issue on the forecheck right now. Trying to clog up that neutral zone. They're sending 1-2-2 in.
7-3-4.
We're just trying to force a Union turnover. Union hasn't been the steadiest of handlers of the puck when they cross their own blue line. They really haven't been spreading out the Engineer speedy defense. Even when they had some speed, RPI's senior captain, Will Riley, able to turn around and make a nice play off of his heels and get back onto that puck. They seem to be out physically mustering the Dutchman of the unit. I mean, only really a Mellophone looks like he's been maybe the most physical player in the Dutchman's arsenal right now. Everybody else is just kind of taking their beatings. And Ashbrook, Gornall, and they've been two of the leaders in that department, along with DeGrande and really the entire defensive staff. for the Engineers, who have been really physical on their side of the net. So it'll be Ashbrook and Ferris to take a center ice face-off, as that one got chipped out of the zone.
Yeah, center ice draw, pushed ahead, backhanded into the corner. And Gornall waiting for it at the far half wall. Couldn't slip it by Campolito, giving him a hard time there on the pinch. Through some legs to Ashbrook, and RPI's out to center. Tristan Ashbrook drops it off for Leppinen. Backhand across for Johnson. Throws into the mixer. That hits a skate. Union tried to clear, but not very convincingly. Now turning with it, Gornall. Feeds it back to the point. Hallbauer takes a shot. That one hit a body. Tipped to the corner. Good pinch there by Johnson. Keeps it alive. Johnson runs out of room. Hands it off to Leppinen. They both get crunched as the puck is played towards the far side. Kept in by the skate. Johnson was actually standing on the puck for a moment. And that's not easy to keep your balance. He was able to work it across neutral zone for Hallbauer to shoot it back in. RPI back on the chase as Campolito shoots it far side for Sanda. Center ice connection. Moving in is Seeger. Trying to tap it around Riley. They've had a good battle tonight. Picked out of some skates by DeGrande. And now Danny DeGrande will move it to center ice. Lobbed ahead by Ashbrook. Hits the linesman. And that will force the Engineers offside by no fault of their own. 13:37 to go in the third. Shots are 28-21 RPI. The game's tied at 1. You're listening to live coverage of RPI hockey on 91.5 FM. WRPI Troy, Perlis Garretts, and Jeff Morris are here at the TV Center.
Going to lean on those upper-class defensemen. The Engineers are. Will Riley probably going to see a lot of minutes here in this later stage of this game. He's been playing really poised. Had some offensive opportunities early in this contest, but so far he's been a star on the defensive side of the puck as well, canceling out the Dutchman.
Riley tries to go cross ice with it. It was picked off and shot into the RPI zone. And now it's flipped back in deep by Coleus. Parker Fu causing problems in the near corner now with a shot and a save from no angle for Fu. He's gotten the best of Babachuk on that occasion.
Union's first shot of the period?
Yes, 1-1 our shots now in the period.
Wow.
With 6 minutes gone.
I haven't seen Savory really had to do much so far. That really caught my eye. Yeah, he just a little turnaround shot from the corner, but
7 minutes gone almost. Face off to the left of Savory, huh?
No special teams, so.
No. The end of a power play, I guess, but Union didn't seem to mind what was going on at the beginning of the period. Here's Estes playing it near side, tipped into the RPI bench. Watch out, Dana. Oh, good quick reactions there from the big man.
Get that glove up, Marshall.
Yeah.
You're in when you're
Linden
not even in.
Wasn't they got a puck up there. She's got it. It went right up. There's a
the coverage.
the cover of the walkway.
Entrance, yeah.
It just kind of ramped up after it went by Dana. Everybody seems to be okay. She's got the puck. She's happy about it. Yeah, good catch.
In the right spot.
Down the middle, tipped deep by Morello. RPI will chase as it sits behind the Union goal. Estes tapping it near side. Rinaldi takes a look. Estes gives it back to Rinaldi. Linden, the lone man behind the goal, trying to steal it away. Now it's lobbed back into the RPI zone. Ferner and Chelberg, neither of them can find the puck before Savory does, and he'll cover up just outside of his net.
Yeah, it's a nice play by the Dutchman. It's something I really try to coach into players at every level, especially my players, is the amount of offense and the amount of pressure you can alleviate with just a simple flip 20, 30 feet in the air. And it doesn't have to be, you actually don't want it to be an icing. That one just happened to be on net. But
yeah.
You can get really some air under that and just negate all kinds of pressure that he really didn't have an option leaving his zone, so why not?
Defensive zone win for RPI. Ashbrook shoots it to center. Forcing it into the zone is Gornall. Still on the puck. Still Gornall trying to drop it off, and he couldn't slip it by a sliding Brierly. Back to the point. Skip past Johnson. Across to help out is Hallbauer on the far side of the RPI zone. No, Hallbauer launches it in the air far side. Brierly taken over by Ashbrook. Ashbrook to the net. Ashbrook, a shot is blocked down. Comes free to the near side. Ashbrook back to the point for Johnson. Johnson feeds it up the wall. Ashbrook has it with Gornall in front. That pass skipped away, picked up Hallbauer. He'll fake a shot. Hallbauer trying to center, bouncing, and now Hansen will cover as he knocks it down with a goalie stick and puts that left paw on top. 12:01 to go, third period, 1-1 game, RPI and Union.
And RPI saw the Union do it, so why not do it? And they flip one up over the neutral zone, and Ashbrook gets a chance, and then ends up being an offensive scurry for the Engineers with a face-off coming to Hansen's right, but we've been watching Hallbauer enough to know that when he races a stick like that, there ain't no way he's pulling that trigger. He only shoots when he can only shoot when he pulls it quick.
Yeah, he's got a quick release and a real hard shot. I'm actually surprised by his lack of scoring. He scored, I think he had 3 or 4 last year. Well, I could easily find out. He had 3 last year. Remember he scored his first one against Notre Dame. It was an absolute howitzer. Here's a shot that comes in. It's blocked away by Hansen to the near corner. Pinching in his Klee. Got a little bit too much loft on that. It's out of play. And they're going to say outside the zone. They instituted a rule a couple years ago that said if you were taking a shot and it went out of play, it would automatically stay in the zone no matter if it touched anything. That was clearly not a shot. The referee's made the right choice here.
He's just trying to get it back deep in the corner.
Face-off win, and Klee gets another try to get it deep, and he does. Hansen behind his own net takes a look. He'll elect to play it near side. Trying to take almost too quick of a chance there was Dubinsky. Now he has it hop off his stick and has to deal with Sidorsky. Flips it behind the intended target, Polino. And back in deep it goes. Now it takes a hop off the glass, but falls right to Coleus, and he'll skate ahead. Fast Coleus now near side into the RPI zone. Watched by Dubinsky and now Klee. Trying to throw it out in front. Jam try, no. And it skips to the far side of the creek before RPI can work it out of danger. Tricky play there by Vas Coleus. It nearly made it 2-1. Just getting pucks to the net front has been the Union's MO, and they nearly made it work out there. And now kind of goofy play there. Harrison went toppling over his stick, and I guess I don't think we're going to get a lot of penalties on plays such as that here in this. No soft ones, I guess, here in the third. 11 minutes to go. Win it. Riley putting a little forecheck pressure on. There's a nice catch at center by Morello. Intercept. Now he goes right to the net. Drop pass. Burgess trying to find the puck. It's loosened some skates and played to the far side wall. Sanda had it for a moment. Seeger had it stripped away, and now Estes shoots it deep. Shelberg throws it off the skates of his own man, but luckily Linden was ready, and he kicks it to the near side. Morello flings it far side. Now Seeger dumps it into the RPI zone where it's gloved down by Simon Shelberg. Tour Linden across the line, and Linden's upended, and Rinaldi throws it off the skates of Burgess. Forced into the zone by Ferris, and not before the puck did, so went Ferris and offside. 10:21 to go, third period. 1-1 game, RPI and Union here in this 8th Mayor's Cup.
Yeah, that play that Kalias just threw up into the slot. It bounced off a defender, and that's what he's going for. Just get it somewhere where somebody is, and Parker Fu was crashing hard, so you got to credit him going hard to the net. It always makes coaches smile when guys are hungry and they go hard to the net.
Johnson spins back towards his own goal, hands it off to Hallbauer. Broken up at center, shot back in by Kosak. And now Johnson, near side to Grande waiting for it. Chips it off the boards, but not out of the zone. Kept in by Brierly, flung to the far side corner by Ferris. High in the air, center ice. Brierly gloves it to himself, and he'll have to go back and get it as he didn't quite handle it cleanly. Backs up all the way to Hansen before dropping it off for Campolito. Campolito near side, tipped deep by Robertson. RPI will chase now. And here's Johnson. Not a whole lot going on this period, just the one chance that Coley has created. As it's forced into the zone by Jerry, covered up by Hansen, as that got a little bit too close to him. 9:33 on the clock, looking for a goal to break this tie, but we'll have to wait a little longer. Media stoppage coming up. The game tied at 1.
I think, Perry, both teams are trying to just play it safe, get it deep, try to get a turnover behind their opposing goal line. Try to force something. Try to force the D to make a mistake. You see a lot more flips in this period than we did before, so guys are playing it safe. A couple options aren't there on the breakout. Why not just get it up in the neutral zone? Not an icing, but safe. And then reset their forecheck. So I think both teams are kind of bouncing off of one another, mirroring each other, not trying to get it in. RPI still holding a 5-shot edge over Union, 28-23, but I think both teams have had their bouts of speed into their respective offensive zones. Elias we just witnessed, and then RPI a scurry in front a little bit earlier. And they just seem a little bit more crisper on their odd man rushes, and even when they're even, just getting pucks in. Doing a little bit better job avoiding shin pads and paraphernalia in front and getting pucks to Hansen, or at least to the side of the cage.
Well, we had 2 goals that are just a minute and 11 seconds apart in the second period. That's been it. Taylor Brierly and Zach Dubinsky, and now we get a draw again. 16:08 of the second, an even strength goal by Brierly, his first of the year from a Melifone and Kosak, and then it was Dubinsky from Riley and Babachuk, a power play goal at 17:19. That's been it. Face-off win for RPI. Here is the aforementioned Babachuk walking in. He takes a shot. It's along the ice and scooped up by the glove of Hansen.
And no rebound there. You know, Babachuk shooting far pad there, try to get something to pop out in the slot. And unfortunately for him, that's also where Hansen's glove is, being a lefty catch.
Babachuk off the half wall, another win, throws it at the net, hit a shin pad. Harrison rings it around for Fu. Pressured by Ashbrook, who throws him into the wall. Bouncing puck in the slot, picked up Harrison again. He gets shoved by Lepinen. Lepinen trying to dig it out, pops free. Sidorsky picks it up and he'll skate to center with it. Fu on his left uses him, goes right to the net. Sidorsky trying to take a shot and he backhanded it wide. Gornell back the other way. Moving up, nearly lost it, but gets it deep, and RPI will get a change here. Dug out by Fu, near side for Robertson. Liam Robertson, cross ice, finds Harrison, trying to dump it in. Didn't get anything on it. Now Dubinsky going to try and move it along. Kicked up the far side board, still Dubinsky, finally chopped away by Fu. Stood up by Ferner, chance for a 2-on-1, but a chance-saving poke check there, probably by Kjellberg, as he whacked it away, and Union elects to just dump it in again. It could have been much worse there, as RPI have been caught up the right side wing a little bit. Now here comes Polino, poke check off his stick at center with little reinforcements behind him. Dubinsky touch pass in for Zeke, lost the handle. Near side boards. Zeke trying to play it deeper. Dubinsky up the wall. Waiting for it is Polino behind the cage. Patrick Polino recently eclipsed that 11-point plateau. Had been seeking his whole career. Picked up his 12th point last weekend. Here's Kjellberg, a wrister. Bouncing puck, never got to goal. It was blocked by Campolito in the end. Shot by Zeke, blocked out by Campolito. Worked up the far side boards, under 8 to go in the third. 1-1 RPI and Union. A Melifone runs into Kjellberg, kept alive by Dubinsky on the far side. Now Campolito. Near side Estes for Union. Takes a look. Back to Campolito. Far side trying to jump the play was Kjellberg. Hits the linesman. Picked up there by Hallbauer. Ahead for Burgess. Burgess with some room to work in the middle of the ice. Burgess stick handling. Into the zone he goes. Still Burgess trying to carry it deeper. He gets upended there by Brierly. Shot around to the far side, comes down to the dasher for Hallbauer. Takes a look, feeds it down low into the skates of Burgess. Couldn't get the shot away as Brierly was right in his face. And now Brierly works it ahead for Rinaldi. To the blue line, and Sanda trying to turn it ahead. Seeger, some room here for Seeger to walk in. Seeger driving the net, he shoots, and it's tipped to the far side corner. Not sure if he actually got the shot off in the end. He was being defended pretty well, but still had a step. Into the zone now, Morello far side for RPI. Trying to throw it in front off the stick of Hansen, just sat there. And now Morello works to get it back from Coleus. Good hustle there from the senior, who you can tell he wants this Mayor's Cup badly. Up the far side boards now, Union trying to clear the zone. They finally do, although Harrison goes backwards with it to Brierly. Spin move Brierly, center ice Rinaldi. Far side, Harrison into the zone, looking for a centering pass, tipped just wide. I'm not sure Rinaldi touched it or not, but he was looking for the redirect in front. Played near side, Babachuk sweeps it out to center. A lot of room on that far side, but DeGrande has to go back and get it and shoot it into the zone. 6.5 to go, third period. Here's Parker Fu 1-on-2. Off the skate of Riley, and awkwardly into the corner they go. Now Fu has it in the corner behind the net. Kosak trying to wrap try, 2 cracks at it. Savory makes the stop. Herman puts him into the wall. Now DeGrande to center. Estes near side, chips it off the up the near boards, finding Ferris. Ferris will dump it in, ringing around. Bouncing puck at center, played by a Melifone. He'll wrist it into the near side corner. Gornell back to try and find it, shielding a Melifone away, or make it to Robertson rather. Bouncing puck gathered up by the Engineers. It's Herman at center ice. Of a haphazard pass across the middle, goes back to get it again. Second try, throws it near side for Babachuk in the RPI zone. Far side connection off of Gornell, chipped along by Brierly, just across the RPI blue line. Fed near side for Gornell. Ferner lost the handle. Pass back from Robertson, and that misses everybody out of the zone. Could have been something there for Union. 5:17 to go over the outstretched arm, and now a 3-on-2 for Union. Rinaldi into the zone, makes a move near side. Sanda couldn't handle it. Back to the point, Estes lines up a slap shot over the top. Now Ashbrook in the far corner. RPI got caught up ice there with a 3-on-2. Union probably should have done better with that. So we're now down to under 5 minutes left in regulation. Now taking a hit there was Kjellberg. And Ferner stick handling it precariously. Now we'll just dump it in. Near side, it's going to be Zeke. Trying to throw it out in front. It was behind Polino. And a bit of a ragtag game going on right now, especially on the RPI side, as Johnson just chips up the boards to no one in particular. It's right to Estes, who takes a shot. And now Hallbauer lobbing at center ice. Good bit of weight on that one for Polino, but he couldn't track it down. Now Johnson for Polino, up to Zeke. Tried to make a neat little pass off the wall, but that didn't work. Fed back into the RPI zone by Feynman. Is this his second shift? I don't know. Moved ahead by Zeke. Fed far side, good find, it's Johnson, he'll shoot it in. 4 minutes to go in the game. 1-1. Seeger on the carry, slowly to the neutral zone, avoids a hip check from Johnson and gets it deep. Now Hallbauer far side, gave it away to Seeger. He's tied up there by Linden. Up the boards. Linden trying to force it out with a skate. It's picked up by the Dutchman. Smerzerud, Campolita brings it behind the goal. Hallbauer shoots it up the far side. Walrus gloved down by Polino, trying to make a move on Brierly. Just couldn't get it done. If he did, he might have been in business, as he was the last one back, Brierly. Now Brierly overskates, turns back towards his own end, being harassed by Morello, and Brierly finally goes down. Campolito there to help him out. Near side into the bench, and we get a face-off coming up, and then we needed a whistle. That was something else. 3:12 left, 1-1, RPI and Union.
It's a good thing we ended with Jake Morello with great drive, nose to the grindstone there, causing all kinds of trouble for Brierly and the Union Dutchman defense, really letting his team execute a shift change. Just 1-on-2 really. Like you said, Perry, you could just feel his sense of urgency and his passion being a senior in that leadership group. And Coach mentioned him during the week as somebody he highlights out there to really inspire his team. And it's something he's been doing with, not the prettiest of plays, but just his eagerness to get down there and, be undersized. That's something that's given, but making all kinds of havoc and moving his feet and just being strong on his stick. And that just goes a long way, and especially late in games like this, tie games that are really tough, and you get a nice face-off in your offensive zone, give yourself a better chance.
After the timeout, Savory got his drink of water. He's back to the cage. Face-off in the Union zone. 3:12 left. RPI's won 35 draws. Union's 28. Shots are 29-27 Engineers. The game remains tied at 1. See what we have here. Ashbrook up against Harrison, and the Engineers win the draw. Babachuk feeds it up the boards for Gornell. Turns back towards the half wall. Cross ice feed is a good one onto the tape. O'Reilly, his shot was blocked. Glove down there by Estes. Trying to one-hand it out of the zone, and it's out to Harrison at center. Stolen away momentarily by Riley up into the midsection of Fu. And now played near side for Babachuk. Ahead for Gornell. Throws it right to Anhorn. Now Babachuk trying to move it in. I thought RPI was offside there. But Harrison will play on, and or Robertson will just dump it in behind the net. Poked at by Riley to the far side. Ashbrook has a man coming. He's going to be icing here on RPI as Ashbrook kind of bailed on the play, just trying to get it out of the zone. Got too much on it. 2:31 left. Go ahead.
Doesn't look like that media timeout stopped the
shenanigans,
crispness of play.
Yeah,
helped it at least, as both teams look very uncrisp. Pucks are just kind of going everywhere. They're taking a short change. The RPI is going to call a timeout of their own right now. Maybe they figure the media didn't work. Let's try to get our best players, rest our captain here, and get him back on that defensive zone draw, which is going to be to the right of Savory. Coaching staff really not talking to them at all, but they're just giving them a chance to rest up. Probably find out who their best faceoff guy is. Tur Linden was at the top of the mark here. Dubinsky. He's getting the talking to from Coach Smith right now. He doesn't look like he's going to be the guy out there, but just to be ready, because he's going to see ice in the next 150 seconds or so.
2:31 to go in regulation.
Oh, Linden is heading out, so
yeah.
A little switcheroo at the very last minute.
Do they have to go out there, even though through the timeout it's icing?
No, they can do whatever they want.
Can change that. They can change that timeout.
Yep.
Okay. I wasn't 100% on that, to be honest. Anyway, RPI wins the draw. Babichuk, stick handling through a couple of Dutchmen. Now he moves it ahead. Linden into the zone, trying to feed it far side, but swatted back to center. Now Babichuk throws a bouncing puck back to Riley. Near side Morello trying to move it into the zone. Stood up by Sidorsky there. And now a mellophone back for Polius behind the Union net. 2:05 to go in the third period.
Pay attention to this forecheck right here.
Yeah. 1-2-2 of sorts.
You got it.
And they ice it.
Well, that's what
I
you're
was the
trying
only
to
one paying
force.
attention. Yeah.
You're trying to force Union to stretch, and that's exactly what they did because they don't have any room to really skate. They don't want to make a mistake in their own blue line. They're playing tentative right now, and that's probably playing in the Engineers' hands. So why not make the Engineers win another draw?
Face off here, one cleanly back. Zeke tried to take that quick shot, but it was blocked. Real good stick by Coleus to disrupt it.
That one's into mid-level.
Yeah, that's
suites.
way up there.
Usually we've seen Chase Zeke take a step or look for his D right there. That's odd that he would try to rip it with a stick right in his face.
But Dubinsky, these freshman RPI is one of the better teams in the league after being towards the bottom the last few years. You can credit him and Ashbrook, a couple of guys that have come in and helped them on the draw. Neutralized, Zeke fires it back in. Hansen waits for it, settles it behind the net. Campolito far side for Fu, shoots it up the boards neatly for Harrison, who dumps it in. Johnson wraps it near side, waiting for it. Brierly on his backhand, just lobs it into the near circle. Fu trying to find it there. Turning with it, Parker Fu takes a bump from Hallbauer. They tie up in the near corner. Dubinsky over to help out, but it's going to be Ferris trying the wraparound. Picked up by Zeke. He skates to the far side of the zone and shoots it near side for Hallbauer. Hallbauer leading the rush. Pass ahead of Polino, trying to track it down. He'll fight for it with Brierly. They both overskate. Picked up Campolito. 1 minute to go in regulation. Lobbed far side where it's intercepted by Brierly, who wants to skate, but no one's with him. Kosak finally joins and Brierly chips into the corner. Shelburne takes a bump. Now spinning away as Ferner fell down. Played to the near side. Ashbrook trying to get there. Seeger beats him to it. A mellophone takes a hit from Shelburne. Battle for it in the near corner. Gornall waits for it on the half wall. Kicked at by Ashbrook. It's still in the near corner of the RPI zone. They can't get it out of there. 26 to go in the period. Shelburne finally some breathing room to center. He'll stick handle into the zone. Pulls him at the point. Tries to throw it down low. It's picked off by Estes. Now Rinaldi, one-on-one with Riley. Rinaldi walking in, poke check away. And it's shot around to the near side with 10 seconds to go in the period. Estes up the wall. Back down for Gornall with 5. 3 seconds left. Gornall walking in with 2. He'll pull it back and feed it across. I don't think he knew how much time was left. If he did, he might have shot the puck as he slammed the stick on it.
Yeah, he knew it after the fact. Really small letters on both sides. You can't really tell, but he might have tried to feed Ashbrook or at least rip it to the net and hope for some kind of odd bounce. But here we go again in overtime. This year, RPI 1-0-1 in OT, and Union 2-1-2.
And
so
their
far.
overtime win was a pretty miraculous one, or a very
Couple seconds left,
yeah.
right?
Well, no, it was early. It was they tied Brown, and with a couple seconds left,
Right.
and then they beat them 36 seconds into OT. So it was an exciting OT win. The tie was.
Oh yeah, I was there.
Yeah, you were there. The tie I don't remember.
So we'll do this again
No-
one
no
more time
offense.
in Mayor's Cup. Second year in a row, these two teams can't get it done in 60 minutes. And Union's had.
The tie was Princeton 2-2. I wasn't there, so that's why I don't remember it.
Union's been up and down with their overtime play. Last 3 times they've been in overtime since the end of December. They've come out on top. They beat St. Lawrence 5-4 in OT. Guess that's a low bar right now. And there's 2 ties, Providence and Cornell, which is a huge moral victory to play that well against number 1 coming into your barn. So
Yeah, they have 2 OT wins. Yeah.
you see Liam Robertson headed to the locker room right now.
Yeah.
Not sure what is going on. A telephone back there. He's back out on the bench. As 2 minutes of intermission here, and we will be switching sides.
Yeah. That's well, we kind of
Negated that one.
yeah, the myth I think has been broken. Because both goals were scored in the second period.
That's right.
So each net has seen a goal in it. It's possible. If RPI scores, it'll be in the end where the 2 teams are having their fan fest or alumni gatherings on the lower bowl on the ice level. And to the pep band end.
At least RPI's pep band.
Right. Not the. Oh, I didn't realize Union had a pep band here. They weren't here for the women's game, so I didn't see them. And they have like 12 people here. All right, 5 minutes of overtime unless we get a winner. That's what we all want. Will we get it? Only time will tell. Johnson behind the RPI goal. Tied up there. Takes a hit from a mellophone after being undercut on the other side, but it's the Engineers that break to center. Trying to find Morello. And they're onside. Now it's chipped back the other way. Gathered up by Jake Johnson at his own blue line. Down the middle for Burgess. Makes a move. Flip far side. Right back to Burgess. Trying to move it into the zone. He does. Linden going to get there first. Trying to backhand it in front. Picked up by Burgess. Burgess looking for a lane. Drop pass there for Hallbauer. Across for Johnson. Johnson near side. Burgess a shot. Oh, saved by Hansen. Stays on the ice. Johnson near side for Hallbauer. Hallbauer fires one towards goal. Loose in the slot. And it'll be swept away by Kosak. Oh, an opportunity there for the Engineers. Good passing, and now we have an icing against Union. So RPI the upper hand in the first minute of OT, as Todd Burgess was nearly the hero, looking for goal number 5, the senior from Phoenix.
Well, it all started with Jake Johnson getting balled in the back of his own net, but somehow coming away with it. And RPI comes down, and now I think Union's going to take their timeout. And that's well earned, at least for Hansen. What a save he made. I think that hit the shaft of his stick.
Yeah, I think you're right.
As RPI, we all thought everybody was going to shoot when they got the puck, and then they found another man breaking late. Burgess let one rip far side. Just getting the handle of Hansen's paddle. And Union back on their heels a little bit after they got really aggressive off the draw to start this overtime frame. And a couple of good looks for RPI. Sometimes they just got to get it to the net, though. I think that's what works. You don't always have to look at the backdoor play.
Absolutely, and on this timeout, RPI has to be feeling pretty good about themselves. They got some shooters out there right now. I don't know if any of these guys out there I wouldn't want taking a shot if you're RPI. You got Dubinsky, Polino, Zeke, Riley, Babichuk. They can all fire it. Doesn't always happen. Or if you're an RPI fan to see that many guys you can trust to shoot the puck. Here is Riley, just feeds it ahead for Zeke. He'll fire it in. Comes down off the glass on the far side. Polino at the half wall, keeps it deep. Race for the puck. Zeke gets there first. Zeke back to the point for Babachuk. Some room out there. Now Riley, he'll fire one on goal. Loose on the side of the net. Zeke slid to the ice, trying to put that one on, and he's upended. Fans wanted a call, but again, really take someone down. Take a penalty there. Looked like he was headed to the ice on his own anyway. Wrapped in by the Engineers. 3.5 to go in OT. Trying to get a change. Harrison up ahead of the play. He'll flip it deep, and Kjellberg will chase. Behind the RPI net. For 3:20 to go in OT, the Mayor's Cup. Here comes Ashbrook. Near side, drops it off Gornell. Far side feed hit the skate of Sanda. He tries to clear it out and does to center. Kjellberg turns it around in a hurry for RPI. Far side, Ferner shoots it in. Stopped by Hansen behind the cage. Takes a look. Elects to play it far side, but gave it away to Ashbrook. Ashbrook back to the point. Shot coming. Looking for a redirect from Gornell. Didn't get it. Swatted back to the middle, and Sanda's there. And he'll skate it to center ice. Throws it behind Rinaldi. He's going to try and beat Kjellberg to the other side, but Kjellberg wins the race. And now Kjellberg will stick handle to center. Across the red line and dump it in near side. Behind the goal it goes. Brierly shoveling it up the wall. Waiting for it is Rinaldi at the far half boards. Chipped towards the blue line. Kept in by Linden. He'll scoop it down low for Morello. Continues it on to the near side. Riley pinches in. Linden, far side. Morello, he's pinned up there by Ferris. And now we got a stalemate in the corner. 2:19 to go in OT. Linden trying to dig it out. Campolito does, and now Sanda near side. On to Rinaldi. Trying to win it back at center was Babachuk. Into the zone they go, swept back to center. Engineers need to touch up. Babachuk's just going to fire it in wide, a goal. Engineers will get a partial change going as Brierly has it there. D to D in his own zone for Campolito. Campolito shoots it off the boards, poked on by Harrison. Lobbed up the wall. Polino trying to find it, but it goes out of play, and he might have been in business there as Union was in the middle of the change. And that puck just crept over the glass. The faceoff's coming up in the RPI zone.
Doesn't have to be pretty to get up ice, does it? Polino's up there acting like a receiver, waiting for that ball to come down on like a punt return before he's off to the races.
Yeah. Would have had a crack for sure. 1:47 left in OT. Faceoff sits on the dot. Babachuk shoved back into the near corner of the RPI zone. Kosak runs into Coleus. Shot around to the far side. That one eludes his man. Babachuk a chance. Out comes the netminder. Hansen lifts it ahead for Kosak. He just had enough time to get that one away, and now picked up again by Babachuk. He'll fire it into the attacking zone. Hansen stops it there, feeding it far side. Kosak broken up by Zeke. Spins it in front. Walking Polino. Polino across. A shot. It's underneath Hansen. Oh, Polino. In all of my years, I thought he was going to shoot that puck, and he elects to pass it, and I think Hansen was able to break it up. Zeke was a little bit too close to try and get a shot away.
Yeah, I don't know if that was, I thought that was Ashbrook, but maybe you're right, it was Zeke who was on the back door, but Polito ended up being a 2-on-1 right in front, and Hansen just had to make a diving kind of head first, right, to get that puck. This is we're getting shown the Babachuk almost breakaway where Hansen smartly comes out and plays that.
1:13 left in OT. RPI wins the draw. Shot comes in. That's blocked. Hallbauer again. Stick handles up the wall. Still Hallbauer. Calling for it. The point is Ashbrook. Now he'll find him. A little bit of pressure. Oh, linesman on the far side down the way. Fans don't like it. As now it's lobbed back to center with 55 to go. Up the near side for Gornell. And now kicked into the zone by Fu. Chopped back to center with 45 seconds to go in OT. Estes will hammer it in. Wrapping around for Riley. And now lob back to center. Campolito doesn't know where it is. It's over his head. Brierly back to get it with 32. Gornell chases Brierly from behind the goal. Brierly now skating near side. Shoots it into the RPI zone with 24. Kjellberg picked up there by Hallbauer. Morello breaking, finds him there. Morello trying to move it into the zone. They both go down, picked up by Burgess. Burgess trying to drive the net. He goes down, tries to flip it out in front from his seat. With 9 seconds to go, it's pinned up by Rinaldi. He's waiting for a shootout. Now it's picked off, 4 seconds in the period, and that'll do it for OT. And for the second year in a row,
Shots on goal.
we're going to a shootout
0 for any 4
in the Mayor's Cup. 1-1 after 65 minutes.
44 period total
Ask
of
if they have to switch again the sides. I don't know. Savory's being told he can probably stay where he's at.
Determine the 2020 Mayor's Cup champion.
And they will stay where they're at. As Perry mentioned, they're going to get another minute break before they decide who's going to be shooting. And I guess the coaches right now for RPI, Smith, Weber, they're huddling up, figuring out who they want to shoot. Whereas Union's really not doing much huddling at all. They're just kind of, hey, this is what it is. But these two teams have had a crack at this before, and Union has come out on top last year. Not much stats to roll on other than that. Other than exhibitions, you really don't see this in college hockey. And special games like this, where a trophy has to be awarded. Both goalies certainly have been up to the task tonight. And so going from their playing performance, you really don't know how's it going to shake out. Don't see enough of these guys 1-on-0 to look and know. Usually lifetime statistics are spouted about this time, but these guys rarely have them.
Yeah, we don't have those.
Looks like Babichuk's going to be the first one to go for the Engineers. And they did switch sides, so they just took a while. So Savory did go down to his home net, closer to his bench.
So, not too captivating on radio, but here we go anyway. Corey Babichuk, the first shooter for RPI against Darian Hansen. Babichuk, saved by Hansen. Ran out of room on the move, tried to go to his backhand, the right-hand shot, or left-hand shot. Couldn't sneak it around Darian Hansen. 0 for 1 is RPI.
Number 8, Anthony Rinaldi.
Nice little move, but just that long leg, that long left leg of Hansen maintains pressure to the ice and keeps that puck out.
And now the senior Rinaldi for Union. Right-hand shot moves left in the zone. Slowly in, left pad save by Savory. He ran out of room too. He didn't even really get a shot away.
No, I think the puck just left his blade a little early, and not exactly Marshawn worthy, but definitely something he wants back.
All right, here comes Polino. He's definitely shooting this. Polino walking in. He scores! Patrick Polino goes top shelf on Hansen, and RPI takes a 1-0 lead.
Hey, he wanted that one back from his earlier pass. This top corner, bar down. No big deal.
Big shot here. Sean Harrison trying to equalize. Takes it wide left. Lefty shot walking in on Savory. Saved by Owen Savory. And now Burgess can win it.
Yeah, Savory just staying close pad with that 5-hole. And he's been low, he's been just brilliant low all night.
Senior can win it for the Engineers. Burgess walking in. He scores! And the Mayor's Cup belongs to the Engineers once again. Wait, we
Not
should
yet.
be 5?
They must.
I thought we were doing 3. Oh boy, a real wrinkle here.
That would be, that's a heck of a celebration for first. But it's all up to Savory.
We got more. They didn't tell me. Foo walking in. Foo stowed by Savory.
And now if we get a goal, it's really over.
that was a warm-up. That was a warm-up, Andrew. We were ready. Savory's stuffing them all. Now another senior. Why not? Send all the seniors out there. They want to win this thing. I apologize. Here comes Zeke for the win. Oh, a save by Hansen. Right pad stop, and he was shooting as well. We've had 3 shots in a row for RPI. No deeks after Babichuk.
Once they figured they could just try to force it in, why not? Hansen's strong on his right pad there. Zeke probably missed his mark, more like it.
And now a last chance for the Dutchman. It's Robertson. Robertson in, off the crossbar! And the Engineers now are Mayor's Cup champions! Oh, and Savory was rock solid all night as Robertson snapped his stick in half. The Engineers have ended the drought, and the Mayor's Cup belongs to Troy once again. Wow, what a finish here.
Well deserved by this squad, and especially Owen Savory got a little help, and he deserved every bit of that bar to keep that puck out, as he just denied every one of their shooters. In some poetic justice from last year, Hansen, credit to him, just some perfect shots really from Burgess and Polino. Can't fault him at all for his performance tonight. And the Engineers just a tad bit sharper in the offensive zone, enough to equalize, enough to keep pressure on in the third period, and Savory enough to keep the pucks out of his net in overtime and in the shootout.
Oh boy. Well, we had a wild finish here in a shootout. And what a game for a number of seniors. I mean, Riley was great. Morello was probably the best player, not without a point here, without a shootout goal too. But you look at a great finish by Polino. He was fired up when he buried that one. And Burgess as well. And then rock solid Savory. They didn't get one by him. That's how you win a shootout. He was making sure that he was taking one of these home too.
Credit to these guys that played hard all day. The defensive core battling back after that odd goal. But, Brierly with great hand-eye coordination gets that first one, but you got to credit the Engineers for buckling down when it seemed that everything was kind of moving towards Union's favor, even though RPI had a strong first period. But the trophy is out on the blue line. And the presentation is just moments away as the Mayors are now heading to the ice.
Here they come. There they are. There's Mayor Sheehan of Albany. She's going to pass off that cup to the rightful owners.
We'll present the Mayor's Cup trophy to Troy Mayor Madden, who is joined by
Mayor Madden's wearing the right colors, all red sweater and a red hat. He's going to hand it off to Will Riley.
Congratulations to the city of Troy.
As Riley raises the cup over his head. It's finally back in Troy. And they're going to toss some of the gear aside and line up for the group shot.
And please arrive home safely.
We got the whole staff in there. All right. Those are the scratches.
Oh, the scratches are real fired up.
Oh, yeah. All right, what a way to end this thing. You want the game to end in regulation.
I'm sure. I was just thinking Owen Savory, the guys tried to deserve. He deserved the game to be ended in regulation. Probably didn't deserve to go through that stress the way he played. But in the end, he just got another feather in his cap for being just that rock solid, which he was, making a name for himself, really.
Owen Savory, the best goalie to have never officially won a Mayor's Cup, you could say. He's got 2 ties to his credit. His numbers aren't spectacular. I mean, 26 saves tonight, but he's made some big ones. There are a couple of 2-on-0s, 2-on-1 plays he had to make stops on. The goal was, give Riley credit, but it was kind of a fluky play. He just kind of happened to be skating by and hit the puck a second time. Yeah. And but luckily for him, his team got him a goal tonight, and RPI was able to get that big W.
Yeah, just some strong play and a lot of minutes as Will Riley now with a lap with the cup Hands it to Polino, who will hand it to Zeke as they take a small lap for the fans. The ones remaining who got to see a really good game. You don't, slowed down there and a bit in the second with a couple of face-offs and a couple of quick shots, but there was some up and down play and great plays, great saves, nifty pass work. We had some breakaways just by the nature of the shootout, so fans got to see that. Polino's pointing to the band.
Yeah, they came all the way out here. There's a big contingent of RPI Pep Band members here tonight.
Great support all around. Both teams really loud building tonight, Perry.
Yeah, real loud. 6,000, what did I say, 6,100 something? I think. I gotta
While Perry gets that, I'll thank the Rensselaer Union one more time, which provides the funding for WRPI and all club-related activity of the Institute, including WRPI's coverage of RPI hockey, football, and baseball. A reminder that WRPI is on the World Wide Web. Point your browser to WRPI.org. You can pick up WRPI's broadcast 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. So long as WRPI is broadcasting, we're going to provide that broadcast on the internet feed. And the next game for us will be next Friday night when the Engineers host Dartmouth right back in Troy at the Houston Fieldhouse, 7 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
We will be there for that in person. You'll probably be on the air.
Yeah, I think so, but we'll see.
And the Engineers get a overtime, not enough. Shootout, yes.
That's
Savory
true.
officially goes down 2-1 as the winner.
Unofficially.
Unofficially.
Unofficially
2-1 as the winner. Officially 1-1 as another tie.
Yeah.
But the fans got what they came for.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell the fans this game was a tie all you want. It's not gonna do any good.
Cup's going to be on campus.
That's true.
For them.
RPI snaps a 3-game losing streak in the Mayor's Cup as they get a couple of shootout goals from Patrick Polino and Todd Burgess. Union in the shootout, they got nothing because Owen Savory stopped them all. Didn't even get to our 5th round. And with that, we'll say some. We got to the thank yous. Did you already do that?
Got to the thank yous.
Yeah,
I'm not sure who's back at the station, though, helping us out.
Emily, the new sports director's back there.
Excellent.
She's done a great job all weekend. We got women's hockey last night. We got a doubleheader tonight. She's been on the board, and we'll be excited to get her off the hook and head on out of here.
So for Perry Lascaris, I'm Jeff Morris. Times Union Center, we brought you the Mayor's Cup. RPI, the unofficial 2-1 winners in shootout. Officially, it'll go down in the books as a 1-1 tie. We'd like to thank everyone back at the station, including Emily, getting us on the air. And for Perry Lascaris, I'm Jeff Morris. Once again, you've been listening to live coverage of Engineer hockey on WRPI 91.5 FM, WRPI Troy.